Karliner.
Oh, that looks great. Oh, there we go.
Brendan Durfee. Batting 7th and playing in left field, number 12, Glowacki. Batting 8th and playing catcher, number 9, Crandall. And batting 9th and playing second base, number 33, Jack Brooks.
Lean back. Lean back.
Starting pitching. Caps and join the 2 teams in honoring America with the playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into another edition of Oaks Baseball here on the Oaks Baseball channel on YouTube. A beautiful Sunday here, day before 4th of July. A nice, beautiful day here in Santa Barbara. The Oaks taking on the Foresters. Third time this week, second time over here in a couple days. Starting lineup for the Oaks, Tyler Gannis out of Oregon. Hitting first in his usual spot, playing right field. Austin Carrillo playing center. Gavin Grant at short. Zach Daudet at third. Noah Karliner playing first. Brendan Durfee DHing Tyler Glowacki in left. Zach Crandall catching. And Jack Brooks at second base. Evan Gray is the starter today. Little accidental rhyme. Today we do have a very special guest for you. Usually it's me, Austin, and Josh Mechanic in the booth, but Josh was feeling a little under the weather today. Couldn't make the trip out here, so we are luckily joined today by one of our favorite pitchers on the staff, old Mikey Stanford.
How's it
going? How you doing there, Mikey?
I'm doing just fine, thank you. How are you?
I can't complain. We're watching baseball today on a fine Sunday afternoon. There's not a cloud in sight. It feels great out here in Santa Barbara. About the only thing they got going for them around here.
Yeah, right.
This facility.
It is a beautiful day.
It is. Austin, why don't you tell us a little bit about the starting pitcher today for the Foresters?
Yeah, today's starting pitcher, David Shaw. We've yet to see him so far this season, but it's going to be another lefty, and it seems like almost a strategy at this point for teams to start a lefty against the Oaks since the roster is so heavy with left-handers, and we'll see kind of the response for that as we see, you know, a couple everyday guys not necessarily in the lineup just to keep the lefty bats out, like Salgado not in the lineup today. So Daudet will start at third, who deserves to be starting, but sometimes, you know, we see him DHing plenty outfield, but it's a more righty-heavy lineup today for the Oaks.
Shaw's first pitch to Tyler Gannis is outside, and we're underway here. It is 2:06 local time. Ball one to Tyler Gannis. As you can see on the screen, he is hitting at a remarkable 574 as he takes ball two.
I will say, as a player, watching Tyler play and being on his team is probably one of the coolest things ever. The stuff he does, you know, to get things going in certain situations.
Oh, yeah.
It's impressive, really.
As he takes strike one. Yeah, you see Tyler out there early, going down all the way down as far as he can, get a good look at the other opposing team's bullpen, get that timing down as soon as he can. As Gannis pops one into right, and they'll make the play. That's out number one.
Yeah, interesting there, Sammy. I can't remember the last time we've actually seen Tyler start off a game where he didn't square the bunt. At least made an attempt. You know, didn't get the bunt down.
He seems to be somewhat successful when he does that, though.
For you as a pitcher, Mike, how, I don't know if demoralizing is too extreme of a word, but to give up a leadoff bunt single, does that like impact your rhythm at all?
I wouldn't say it impacts my rhythm, but it definitely lets me know their game plan and how they're trying to, you know, attack the game. But, you know, I try to stick to what I know best and what I do best. So I definitely don't like to see it because, you know, I'm not a big fan of bunts. But, you know, it's part of baseball and it is what it is. So you roll with it and try and, you know, do your thing.
Austin Carrillo now up. He gets one into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. First hit of the day for the Oaks goes to the CLU product in Carrillo. That'll bring up Gavin Grant. Grant, who had been struggling a little bit coming into the last couple days, but he really had a very good game yesterday in San Luis Obispo, which all the guys really enjoyed. Scored about 4 runs, I think it was. So he's hitting 182, but you'd be hard-pressed to find a guy who hits the ball harder than Grant on the team. Fouls the first one back, 0-1.
Yeah, we've really seen, when we were here in Santa Barbara last time, I talked about how he may need to do some sort of ritual to just get the jinx that's off his back, because he crushes the baseball, but it doesn't seem to want to find a spot to land. And then we saw him lead off his day on Friday with a little flare single on the right.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to miss too many baseballs. Unfortunately, the ones that get down seem to have been somewhat rare lately. But if he sticks to what he's been doing, then he'll find some gaps soon.
Shaw now delivering out of the stretch. The pitch outside, ball 1. Pitcher today has a sort of a similar build to you there, Mike.
Yeah, he's
definitely not as good looking. He's got a little red hair though.
Yeah, he does. Like our friend Jackson Jordan.
Yeah. Well,
the 1-1 to Grant in there for strike 2.
He's like a cross combination of you and Big Red.
Yeah.
How's Big Red doing? We haven't seen him in a couple weeks.
I think he might make an appearance today, actually.
Carrillo goes, and he's in there safely. So Carrillo swipes the bag as Grant strikes out, and that'll bring up Zach Daudet, who had an absolutely incredible game yesterday, where he went 3 for 5 with 6 RBIs.
Yeah, he had an incredible day on Friday up in San Luis Obispo. Got another player of the game nod for him, and it was just impressive. He just followed that up from a game a couple days prior where he walked 5 times in a row, then got a single to finish off his day. So he's probably the hottest bat in this lineup right now, and that's even with Tyler Gannis hitting over 500.
Yeah, he's also been one of the more fun guys to watch. Works hard.
As he goes after the first pitch, he'll foul it up the line. Go ahead, Mike.
He works hard, and it translates. That's all I was going to say. So.
Well, at a 4.12 average right now,
Yeah.
certainly.
Yeah.
Also among the team leader in walks. He's up there, team leader in RBIs, team leader in average. Just a guy who's doing it all for the Oaks. Shaw gets his sign, looks over at Carrillo, the pitch. In there, strike 2. You see a lot of guys for the Oaks, even though they get down to 2 strikes, they don't give up on the at-bat. They still grind it out. Foul pitches off, still can work deep in the count, get into a 3-ball count. As that ball's low, ball 1.
Yeah, I think it was actually not until his 4th at-bat on Friday that Daudet actually saw a 2-strike count, which was pretty incredible.
Yeah, staying aggressive.
That ball's just a little high, and the count evens up at 2-2. The 2-2. Foul tipped into the glove, and Daudet will strike out. So that'll retire the side for the Oaks. They get 1 hit on the Austin Carrillo single, and we'll see Evan Gray come to work in just a bit. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with you. Okay, we're back here in the bottom of the first. Up for the Foresters, number 2, Ryan Charles. As Evan Gray's first pitch of the day is in there for strike 1. Mike, you're around Evan a lot. Why don't you tell us a little bit about him?
One great guy. I'll start with that. Coming from Arkansas, I've been one to ask a lot of questions and try and learn a bit from him, and he's been nothing but transparent about what Division I baseball is like, and he's been a great mentor for me, and the past month with him has been a lot of fun. So, and he's also a great pitcher, so learn a lot just by watching him.
Gray out of the windup. The pitch line down the first base line. That'll land foul. 1-2 now the count.
Yeah, Rylan Charles, I feel like, has let off every single game we've played against the Foresters now. He's been in this leadoff spot a lot, just hitting under 300 so far for the Foresters this summer. So he's been solid. He's the 5th best bat right now for the Foresters. The other 4 all are in the lineup today as well.
Oof.
Gray throws a breaking ball in the dirt. 2-2. Charles able to spit on that pitch. Charles is out of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. UNLV. He's a Rebel. As Gray gets the sign, he's in the windup. The pitch. They'll appeal down to third.
Right
Didn't look
idea.
like he went. So the count fills up. Charles able to lay off on that high fastball.
Put him away, Ev. Come on.
The payoff pitch to Ryan Charles.
Good.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Zach Crandall throws it around the horn. First strikeout of the day for Mr. Gray.
I will say this about his fastball. Velo is velo, but playing catch with him, his fastball is heavy. It is very heavy, and it's probably somewhere around 94, 95, but it feels like a lot more than that.
Miguel Santos in for the Foresters. Fouls off the first pitch.
Yeah, Santos has been the 2nd best hitter this summer for the Foresters, hitting just about 325. It's been impressive.
Now, when you say his fastball is heavy, now is that when you hear all those RPMs and stuff?
Yep.
So he's got a lot of RPMs on that fastball.
Exactly. Spin rate,
As
all that.
Santos fouls off another. 0-2 another count.
I know we've been on a long road trip now, Mike, but have you guys been informed that we had a TrackMan put in at Cal, so you guys get all the fancy stats now when we're at home?
I have been informed, yes, so that's pretty cool to hear. Hopefully it's going to help a lot of guys, put that out there and for scouts to see and college coaches and all that. Would be super helpful.
Yeah, the TrackMan stuff is a lot of fun.
Good pitch.
As a little chopper over there on the third base side is Zach Daudet. He throws one. Karliner picks it out easily, and he'll throw it around the horn. Out, 2 quick outs for Evan Gray. Yeah, back to that TrackMan stuff. Like seeing all the numbers on that, it's a lot of fun stuff. They got the vertical break, the horizontal break, obviously the velos, exit velos if the ball's hit.
Yeah.
The RPMs, everything.
Yeah,
So
that's
I bet you
one
it gives
thing.
you guys a lot of information as well.
Yeah, definitely. And the one thing that I didn't know that that it had, because I'm just used to maybe a Rapsodo or something like that, is the vertical, like you said, the vertical break and the horizontal break like that. That's just information that I didn't even know could be known, So it's super cool.
Yeah, so it lets you know how much your changeup is breaking.
Yep.
Fouled away, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Looks like a pretty good turnout here in Santa Barbara today.
Yeah, they always have a bit of a few fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're piling in slowly. It's usually jam-packed.
Yeah.
All the bleachers are usually full, but doesn't seem like too many people have made their way out yet.
Caught in traffic down here.
Yeah. Good pitch.
Another ball rolled over. Jack Brooks is there, and he'll make the play easily to Noah Karliner. So 1-2-3 inning for Evan Gray. Very good to see him get off to a hot start.
Very good to see.
The Oaks will be up in the top of the second. Noah Karliner, Brendan Durfee, and Tyler Glowacki due up for the Oaks. We'll be right back. We're back here in the top of the second as Noah Karliner steps up to the plate. Mike Stanford will be right back with us. Went to go get a couple snacks, I believe. First pitch to Karliner. Gets past the catcher. That'll be a wild pitch. Ball 1 to Karliner. Karliner, another bat for the Oaks that's been heating up a little bit, Austin.
Yeah, he's really turned things around. In his first 4 games for the Oaks, he had 1 combined hit between 9 at-bats, and since then he's really turned things around and saw a 2-for-4 effort against the Blues, an arguable chance to be player of the game against the BC Pirates a few days ago when he went 3-for-5, had a 2-for-3 effort in there the day before, and now, I mean, his season average is almost a 400, and his CCL average is at 300.
That ball fouled away. It counts now at 2-1.
Which we did expect from him, if we're being honest. After seeing his spring he had, one of the top springs amongst the guys on the roster was Noah Karliner.
The 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3.
Very vocal ball call right there. You hear that from the home plate umpire?
Yeah, you don't hear that too often from home plate umpires.
I'm used to just the hand motion and staying silent. Something funny about Noah.
There's a lot of things funny about him.
Yes, there is. You're right. Including his dance moves.
That's true.
But those are just great.
People will get to see it on TikTok.
Yes, yes, they will. I look forward to seeing that. Cypress came to the desert to play in a little tournament at the beginning of the spring, and we weren't playing Cypress, but we were hitting in the cage, and we were stretching out there. And so I go up to the fence, like, because everyone was cheering, and it was pretty late in the game, and I didn't know Noah at the time, but he ended up hitting one like 50 feet over my head, and I was in left field. He had an absolute tank. So
Karliner working a pretty good at bat here, and he fouls off another one.
He's just missing these pitches.
Yeah, he's putting good swings on these balls.
They're launching off of his bat as they go foul.
Karliner really seeing the ball well as of late.
Yeah, he can hit the ball a mile.
Quite the singer, too, on the bus. He has a nice set of pipes on him.
Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah.
As he swings and misses at a fastball. Couldn't quite catch up to that. And now that'll bring up Brendan Durfee.
Yeah, Durf back in the lineup after a couple days off.
He was missed.
Yeah, as far as catchers go on the roster, the Oaks having 5, who is your favorite guy to throw to?
Wow, you're kind of putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, I feel like that's
I like to do that.
All my guys are gonna go watch this back,
away.
but
you might upset some people.
yeah.
Just plead the fifth.
I'll speak on Durf.
Yeah, there you go.
He is one of the hardest working guys behind the plate I had met all 5 of these guys. They all work their tails off, but Durfy, he does everything he can for you, and he'll sacrifice his body, his limbs, everything to not let a pitch go by. Good example was when I threw against the Blues at home late in the game. Let a couple changeups go, roll arm side pretty far out, and he didn't let him past him, and so he's up there for sure.
1-2 the count to Durfee as Shaw gets the sign. Likes what he gets, the pitch. Ball off the hands of Durfee. It's going to stay up a little bit for the third baseman to make a play, and that'll be out number 2. And that'll bring up Tyler Glowacki.
That ball just kind of floated for a little bit.
Yeah, the wind kind of
really stood up there.
Yeah.
kept that one up. You just hit it right into the wind. With the wind blowing left to right today, it just kind of kept that one up in the air, but you could see the frustration from him on that one.
Yeah.
He was just trying to battle with 2 strikes and ended up just popping it up.
This lefty's bringing some heat today.
Yeah, as you hear that pop, 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 pop on that glove.
Yep.
Glowacki, another guy who had been struggling a little bit, but he's turning things around at the plate. Really seeing the ball well. He still works a lot of walks as he takes a strike at the knees. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, he's one of those guys like Grant who really just can't get a ball to go his way, as he'll hit it well, but it will just find the glove by some miracle.
Yeah. Good take.
2-1 the count. Glowacki, one of the top disciplined guys for the Oaks, which is really just a sign of he's seeing the ball well, but he's not getting a lot of hits. Ball's just not going his way.
Good.
Ball just a bit high, just a bit outside. 3-1 the count. Shaw gets a pitch he likes. In there for strike 2. So the count runs full. Back-to-back batters to lead off. Well, 2 batters this inning to work a full count on Shaw. And the payoff pitch, just a bit outside. And as we mentioned, Glowacki still working his walks. Gets another one there.
Yeah, he sees the ball very well out of the hand.
Yeah, it's a lot of pitches there from Shaw, and just looking at Shaw's stats from this year, he had to go more than 4 innings. I'm also not really sure. He was given an out when he went 4 shutout, given a loss when he went 4 shutout 1-hit innings. So not exactly sure how he was given a loss, but that probably sucks for him.
That's CCL website. The stats you see on the screen, that's where we get them from. But we don't know just how accurate those are, as you can see about a guy getting a loss throwing 4 shutout innings.
I don't think
It's gotta be
anybody
tough.
likes
That's some tough scoring.
the stat system that we use, point streak, for it.
And Crandall in a quick 0-2 hole. Crandall struggling at the plate this year, only 1 hit this summer. He's another guy, he hits the ball hard, just right at guys. As that ball's high, 1-2. Another catcher here. Mike, tell us a little bit about how he catches the ball.
Well, Zach's very good. He's also one of the guys that works super hard for you behind the dish. I mean, we'll see him throughout today, working hard for Evan.
Ball just inside there, 2-2 another count.
It's a good pitch.
Let me ask you this, Mike.
Good take.
In a moment like that where you think it's strike 3 and you start to walk off the mound and it's not called a strike 3, you think the zone shrinks?
Maybe just a tad, yeah. I've been a big advocate for keeping your composure and kind of not letting anybody know how you're feeling or what you're thinking, you know. But in that situation, I think that since it's that close, probably not, no. Kind of a thing that if it looks good, maybe just kind of start striding off the mound. Maybe it'll go your way.
Ball catches the kneecap, and that'll be strike 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second here. We'll be right back. And we're back here in the bottom of the second. Griffin Everett up to the plate for the Foresters. Gray back on the hill after that 1-2-3 inning in the first. We'll see if he can keep that momentum going. His first pitch is popped up. Crandall looking for it for a little bit, but that'll get out of play. As you might be hearing the kids ruffling around, trying to get that foul ball.
There go the kids.
About to take down our easy up too.
Yeah, that will be a problem if they do.
What's that?
If they knock over this easy up,
yeah.
as
That would be a
Everett gets
problem.
hit by the pitch, so he'll go down to first. That can't feel very good. A fastball from Evan Grigg.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Griffin Everett's the one who got hit up high in the head when we were here for the first time in June.
Did he know?
That probably hurt.
I wouldn't want that to happen.
Tanner Otremba in for the Foresters. He's a big guy
Yes, he is.
out of the University of Arizona, I believe. Gray looks at the runner at first, deals in there, strike one, and he didn't like that call.
Looks like he's wearing a Cal State Fullerton helmet though. Or maybe
Yeah,
it's
it
a
looks like
Foresters
it, but it's an
helmet.
F.
Could be.
Foresters,
Yeah,
Maybe they just have their own helmets.
possibly.
wouldn't surprise me.
Swung on a miss in the dirt. So Gray quickly ahead 0-2. You see the Foresters wearing the pinstripes today. You a big fan of pinstripe, Mike?
I am. I really like him.
And you know Austin is a Yankees fan, so we're not even going to ask him whether he likes pinstripes or not.
I don't like them on the Foresters though.
Gray throws over to first.
I agree with
Runner
that
in there
also.
easily.
Is that a fair answer though?
Yeah, that's fair.
You would have said Sammy? I don't like the Foresters wearing pinstripes though.
Huh.
I wish we had some pinstripes. Cal-Lu had pinstripes this year. They got them as their new jersey. They're nice.
Oh.
I like the new Oaks jerseys this summer though.
The 0-2
Yeah.
from Gray. That one be fouled back. Crandall looking for it. Couldn't quite see it right away, and that ball land just shy of the fence.
Yeah, it looked
That's
like
always a tough play for a catcher.
definitely when the ball goes behind you and you gotta first of all find it, then run to it. With all the wind that's probably up there.
I don't know if our
As
headsets
you
are-
can hear the wind howling.
Yeah, I don't know if
Our
our headsets are
headsets?
just picking the crack of the bat up better, but on both those that were fouled back this inning from Gray, I thought the batters broke their bat both times.
Yeah, it's especially the glove pop too. Good hold. Good pitch.
Just high. 0-2 pitch. A little waist pitch. Get a fastball up. See if the batter chases.
I was actually honestly surprised to see a fastball there. To this big guy, I would have
Would have liked to see a breaking ball in the
Would've
dirt as he swung
buried a slider.
to get behind 0-2.
Yeah, but
Change the eye level.
yeah, definitely. Now put a banger on the plate.
The 1-2 from Gray.
Heads
Fouled
up.
away
Oh my
into almost
Lord.
into the Foresters dugout. It went off a pole, and it goes all the way into shallow left field as Gavin Grant goes and gets that ball, throws it back to the dugout. Saw everybody just get out of the way as quick as they could on that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, sometimes you see them just like getting ready to field it. Nobody wanted a piece of that
The
one.
ball was hit too hard to do that.
Yeah. Would have been a hospital trip.
Another 1-2 from Gray. In the dirt. Nice stop by Crandall. Two, now the count.
I went back and watched the slow game again, and I heard you guys tell everybody about my glove situation.
Oh yeah, Sammy
yeah.
let us know about that. We didn't know.
the
And I hadn't
borrowing Glowacki's glove.
Yeah.
Another ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Crandall, and the count will now go full 3-2.
How much does that like mess with you mentally? Not having like something that's a big part of what you need to play baseball with.
It definitely. I had been playing catch with it for the couple days prior to that, to my outing, But it was definitely an adjustment for sure. And I know it's not like a huge difference, but his glove is a 12-inch and mine is a 11 3/4.
Ball hit in shallow center field. Carrillo will get under it and record the first out of the inning.
And so with that, 1/4-inch difference, I don't know if you remember the ball up the middle that I tried to get my glove up to. I don't know, for some reason the glove felt so heavy.
Yeah, we saw you reach out for it and just look back at Glowacki's glove.
Yeah. No, but shout out to Tyler for letting me use it.
Hunter Ensley at the dish for the Foresters. He's at a Tennessee. First pitch strike, just a beautiful fastball right at the knees.
He's having himself a good start to the summer as well. He's only played 9 games, presuming he was probably at the tournament. And he's hitting 321 so far.
Gray checks over at the runner at first. Gets a sign. Another check. The pitch.
Good.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Swing and a miss. 0-2 again.
And this is where I've found some trouble in the past couple outings is I get 0-2 on a guy, and then I want to bury a pitch, and then I want to give him my best pitch, but then my best pitch is a ball, and then I'm all of a sudden 2-2, and then I'm struggling to put a fastball somewhere where he can't hit it, but also has to be a strike. So I'd like to see that right there.
Swung on a miss. I think he thinks that he fouled it off, but I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either.
Umpire going to meet up in front of the mound.
All I heard was Crandall get down the block, and that was it.
Yeah.
I don't think that ball tipped at all. But most likely, yep, they're gonna call him out. So Gray records another strikeout, and we'll probably. Oh no, he's gonna sit down still. Usually you'll see Bill Pintard come out and argue, as he usually does, but maybe he'll do that in between innings.
Yeah, he'll come talk to him about it in between.
He finds a way to complain about everything. Probably complain about the wind howling too much today, or, it's 70 and not 75. As the ball's popped up into shallow left field, Glowacki is there, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no walks, just a hit by pitch. Forsters strand 1. And at the end of 2, the score remains 0-0. We'll be right back. We are back here in the top of the third. Jack Brooks leading off the third inning for the Oaks. Brooks hitting .269 in CCL play. Brooks has been a bit of a surprise, I would say. He just comes in, starts to play every day, playing an excellent second base. Led off one game this week. He takes a first pitch strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, the Oregon boys have come in and just taken over, really.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, and the lineup, and even our other Oregon boy, our pitcher, old Tommy, he had a very good outing yesterday.
Tommy had a great day.
Yeah, on Friday, that was definitely the best outing for Brandenburg this summer by far, and he did a great job of holding things down before Big Mike came in and took things over for us.
I wanted to come in and shut it down, save that run for him, but you know, things got a little
Brooks
choppy.
hits a lazy fly ball into left field and squeezed up by a Forrester.
But Tyler.
Well, just so you know, Mike, I am a believer in the broadcaster's curse.
I did hear that.
And right before you came in, our good friend Josh started reading off all your stats and talking about how great starts this summer you had, and he said something about like only allowing one hit. And as soon as you gave up that first thing, I turned to Sammy and I was like,
yeah, boom, 5 hits later.
I don't know if that was a broadcaster's curse. Maybe it was a Glowacki curse using his glove.
You just had a double whammy, the curse from Josh and the curse from Glowacki's glove.
Yeah.
Gannis takes a pitch away.
Poor Gannis, 3 for 6 on Friday, and his average goes down.
It's
Isn't that crazy?
it's really a shame.
Goes 500 on the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's just he's just having just an excellent way of it.
Well, the way he came in and started it off is like came in first day, met everybody. I mean, obviously he's like the nicest guy you'll ever meet, so he gelled right away with the whole team. Then he goes and balls out, and I don't know what.
I think he had 4 hits his first game with the Oaks.
Something crazy like that, and I was like, yes, this guy's on my team. Let's go.
Yeah, for you guys at home, Gannis is really just the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
He's awesome.
Will take the time to talk to you about anything. Music producer.
There's a lot of great
baseball.
personalities on this team, which is really cool.
There really is. Definitely a great group of guys to be around. Bus rides are a lot of fun.
Yes, they are.
Talking with everyone after the game is a lot of fun. 2-2 the count now to
no
Gannis.
offense to you, Mike, but I mean sometimes some college guys can be a little egotistical, but there's really not one guy on this roster that has a huge ego.
Yep.
Maybe Carrillo, but
Yeah, Carrillo definitely likes him.
but
likes
Carrillo
himself-
loves to
himself
talk.
some
He's
Carrillo, but
he's,
Carrillo's
he's
a good
awesome
kid
too.
too.
Carrillo's awesome.
Gannis swings and misses.
That's a rarity for
That's
Gannis.
a rarity for Gannis,
only
going
his-
0 for 2 to start today.
Yeah, it's only his 4th strikeout on the season and what's now 49 at bats. I was talking with Mike about it in the outfield during BP the other day, that truly how crazy it is for a guy like Gannis too. He started 1 game this spring for Oregon, played in 31, but he only had 16 at bats, and this summer he has 27 hits.
You
crazy.
just see that. You see what he's doing this summer, and you just ask yourself, why isn't this guy playing every day at Oregon?
Yeah.
As Carrillo lays one down,
Get there,
that's going to be
Carrillo.
a tough play for Shaw.
Yes.
And Carrillo is on with his 2nd hit of the day, taking a little page out of Tyler Gannis' book,
Taking a
throwing down a
little
bunt
page.
down.
Yep.
Yeah. Go
Going
ahead,
back to-
Mike.
Going back to what you said, Austin, about college guys can be a little bit, a little bit cocky, and our team is very good about that. But like Tyler Gannis, for example, like you could think, I mean, meeting him, he's completely not that guy, but he could be.
Yeah.
Because of how good he is, where he goes to school, all of that, what he can do, like all of the above, But no, he's the nicest guy ever. Like you said, he takes time out of his day to talk to you, follow you back on Instagram, all that good stuff.
That was a nice
funny
little
laugh on the
saga.
bus.
That was a nice little saga going on the
Yeah.
bus ride yesterday. As Grant pops one back, that'll get out of play, and he'll go in a quick 0-2 hole.
Yeah, I was laughing on the bus when I heard everybody talking about that before we got to In and Out when we were coming back from slow. And once everybody was done and we were in and out, I went over to Tyler. I went, Everybody's complaining about you not following back. I'm already on your Instagram.
Grant goes down swinging. So a 3-pitch strikeout for Shaw. He's both pitchers dealing today.
Might be a pitcher showdown.
That's his season high strikeouts already.
Really?
Could be a nice little pitchers duel we got set up today. We'll be right back for the bottom of the third. Oaks and the Foresters still tied at 0. We are back here in the bottom of the third. Scored still 0-0. Will Pendergrass in for the Foresters. That ball hit down the first base line. It might get stuck in that tree. And that's a tough play for Karliner, and he catches it in foul territory to record the first out of the inning.
That tree can be something.
I was talking with some of the guys and just talking about this facility in general, and just you have a big tree just in play, and it hangs all the way almost like in fair territory.
It's close to the right field line for sure.
Yeah, your prediction from the other day when we were here, Sammy, about what Pintard was going to do that tree.
I don't think he got approval from the city.
Yeah, that tree has actually saved us from a lot of balls in BP, in games, all that, because there are some balls that are hit pretty hard into the tree, and they just die, and they just fall right out.
So a quick one pitch out for Gray. Falls behind 2-0 to the next hitter of the inning, and that'll be number 5. Don't have a 5 on this roster.
Strassner. They changed things up.
He was wearing number 8 and then goes back to 5 and then goes back to 8 and then goes back to 5 again. So.
Wow. Maybe a guy.
Strassner fouls one away, 2-1.
Maybe a guy that forgets his jersey from time to time.
Possibly.
We've had a couple of those.
Couple guys forgetting their jerseys.
Yeah.
I know we had a guy forget to show up at the bus stop. old Andrew Lucas. We had to.
Oh, Andrew showed up. He shows up right on time, but the bus driver's just in a hurry, and
today
he just takes off, doesn't even wait, doesn't even give like a 30-second grace period.
Today, all of you were still walking to your seats on the bus when we got to the second stop, and he took off.
Every time we get on the bus, we can't even sit down before we're moving already. And Evan Gray, another strikeout.
He is working really well today. I love to see it.
Yeah, and Sammy, going back to talk about the conditions of this field, I went down to the bullpen for the first time today to let Mike know that I got the green light to have him on the call, and maybe one of the worst bullpens I've ever seen in my life.
It's sketchy stretching in there for sure.
It's like I don't think there's any part of flat ground besides the mound and like where the rubber is, not the actual dirt of the mound, and then where home plate is.
And even that is extremely uneven and not a flat surface. So, but you know, this being a public park, it's you know, is what it is.
City workers, you know, they're not going to get out here and fix anything.
I wonder if it's different mid-season for Santa Barbara City.
Could be, but that's
Possibly.
also the away bullpen, so they probably don't care.
Yeah,
True that,
also
yeah.
true. That ball driven down the right field line, but it'll be well foul, out of play.
I mean, it looks like they
Strike
have turf or grass and
Their
Forster's
bullpen, their bullpen is definitely a lot better kept up than the away bullpen, but that's to be expected over here.
Yeah, well, you know, that tends to happen. That's what it's like, you know, down in JUCOs mostly. You kind of tend to take really good care of your bullpen and then just kind of make sure that the other one is somewhat clean, you know, but you're not really.
Well, it's got to be a pain to clean it over there, too, with all the leaves falling down as well.
Yeah, definitely.
The 2-2 from Gray.
Real quick, I want to say thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you for being on.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for being on. I'll tell you this. Austin's first choice was not you.
That's what I heard.
What did I do?
He wanted someone else. I was like, just give us anybody on.
I said I didn't care.
We'll make it work with him. He said.
Yeah, Charlie told me I was like the 10th option.
Yeah.
You know, Charlie's just jealous because he asked me to be on. You didn't say, oh, can I be on? And Charlie was not the name that was given to an option to me.
Oh, Charlie's a talker. He would have loved to be on here.
Charlie's
but you're doing a very good job here, Mike.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
The 3-2 from Evan Gray. Just high, and that'll be ball 4. So not quite a 1-2-3 inning for Gray.
First
two-out
walk
walk
for Gray, right?
First base on balls, yeah.
First base on balls, he did hit a batter in the second.
That's right. He'll get it back right here.
And we saw, I don't know if I just haven't really been noticing it, but I was looking there. It's kind of the second time I've seen a noticeable shift from our infield.
Yeah, we've been doing that a little bit more often, starting to figure out these hitters, playing them more and more, you know. So most of the time it pays off. You know, sometimes it can come back to.
Charles was moving on the pitch, and he'll get in there easily as the ball was in the dirt for ball 1. Runner in scoring position for Santos. Ball in the dirt again, and Charles will advance to third on the ball in the dirt.
Evan needs to go to work here.
2-0 count, 2 on, well 1 on, 2 out I should say. Definitely a guy that you do not want to see with 2 outs and 2 on deck, and Gavin Cash, a guy who has hit a few shots off the Oaks this summer.
Plethora of home runs.
That ball's lined into left field. Glowacki going back. He's running out of room, and that'll be a home run, a 2-run home run for Miguel Santos. And the Foresters strike first on the 2-run home run. 2-0 the score. Just a 2-0 count. Guy sitting dead red on a fastball. Gets it right in the location he wants and hits it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, and Santos knew right away off the bat on that one that that one was going out.
Blew out my ears a little bit on the crack of the bat, but
it's hard for me not to scream and like cheer for my guy right now because I'm gonna be loud in your ears.
It's fine, you let it fly. And a ball hit right to Tyler Gannis. He'll have to come in a couple steps, and that'll retire the side. 2 runs on 1 hit, the 2-run homer from Santos. Forster strike first, 2-0 at the end of 3. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Back again to start the 4th inning. Zach Daudet in at the dish. 0 for 1 today.
I just
Shaw throws the first pitch.
had a
shows bunt.
just had a quick chat with Charlie, and he said that he has been commenting on this live stream.
He
Has he been?
Oh,
We'll pull up the
I gotta
chat.
look. Shouldn't he be
We'll
paying
pull
attention
up
to
the
the game?
chat.
I think he.
Oh,
Oh wow.
we.
Are we allowed to say what he's commenting?
I'm sorry.
He's just
we
talking
got
about
some.
us throwing shade at the bus driver.
We got some.
Oh,
We got some.
there's also some bot
some
commenting in the
bot
chat.
comments. We'll get someone on that to clean that up as Daudet fouls another pitch away. I don't know what the count is now. I got a little distracted there.
What is?
Charlie saying this Mike guy has a sexy voice and to stop throwing shade at the bus driver, but you know.
Well, it actually sounds like he wants shade to be thrown at the bus driver. I'll go and get some clarification on that in a bit.
Daudet fouls one off.
Attaboy, Noah.
Yeah, it was a nice play right there by Karliner.
It's my guy right there. Big ol' 3-1.
He's a great guy.
3-1.
One heck of a personality.
Oh yeah.
Daudet fights one off to the shortstop Santos. Throws across the diamond for out number 1. Shaw is out of Rice University, a big Texas arm. He certainly has that Texas heat in that arm.
All right, Charlie, I got you.
Ball 1 to Noah Karliner.
I feel like Charlie should be focusing on that game.
You know, summer baseball, we're having a good time. He's probably a little jealous, but he is, you know, he's enjoying himself.
Is Charlie
Fouled away.
is Charlie hot today? Can we know that?
I don't know, to be honest.
Can he get a batter?
I think he can get a batter, yeah.
All right. We've been informed about that.
That's a big rink thing. Get there.
Karliner hits one just across the line. A tough play, tough throw, and it gets past the first baseman Cash. Catcher was back there backing up. Didn't quite get in the. I think it might have went into the Oaks dugout. No.
Calling that a single or a E5?
That's an error on somebody. Love to rule it a hit, but integrity and honesty compels me to rule it an error.
I know I'm not a hitter, but
Charlie's hot every day.
yeah.
Well, with that hair, certainly. Certainly. That's another thing about this team. A lot of good hair.
Great
A lot of
lettuce.
good hair.
Mike
Lot of
Trent
good
is.
hair.
I was a little bummed.
Lot of good hair.
I did. I'll be honest. I didn't want it this short. However,
I've been there before.
however, it is what it is, and you know.
Are
it's
you?
just, it'll
Let me
go.
ask you this: are you a barbershop like supercuts type guy, or you go to a salon and
You got your spot?
have somebody you
You
have
got your
always do it?
barber?
I have somebody I've been going to since I was about 4 years old.
Put it right there, my friend.
So,
Durfy swings and misses. One
she
and one
started
to
at Supercuts, so I can't really deny that I'm not a Supercuts kid, but you know,
Oh man.
I've got my person.
I used to go to like a little kids hair spot where I just go to a random person, but now I've had the same person for like
They used to
8
put
years
they
now?
used to put that bowl over your head and just cut around it, right?
I never was in the bowl cut phase.
I probably had a bowl cut till I met my haircut lady.
I was always a spiky hair kid when I was little.
Oh, okay.
Mike and I knew each other when Mike was in bowl cut phase and I was spiky hair
Oh,
phase.
yeah.
I don't
You guys
remember.
both
but
Oh, actually-
Thousand Oaks natives.
Yeah,
Durfy goes around 2-2 now the count.
born and raised.
Thousand Oaks for life. And it's super cool to be able to come back and play, you know, decent decently skilled baseball in your hometown. I didn't even know about the Conejo Oaks until
you ask somebody.
Come on.
Durfy hits one into center field. Ball carried a bit, but didn't quite get out of here.
He just missed that one.
Yeah, he did. Tyler's due.
Tyler Glowacki at the plate. He doesn't have an official at-bat today, but he did walk in his first plate appearance of the day.
You're getting chirped now by Charlie, Mike.
Am I?
Mike needs a refund from that barber. That man bun that he had the other day, that was a little suspect. But, you know.
You know, I'll be rocking that, you know, from time to time.
Please don't.
I think you should rock it in your next start.
No, let's not do that.
Next start for when I take my hat off for
Yeah.
the anthem.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Please. Come on.
And we'll
Clean
just
it
zoom
up.
in on you with the camera.
Charlie, tell this guy he's got to get rid of that man bun. Ball gets away from the catcher, and Karliner will advance to second base.
Were you more surprised to see Karliner or Heineck steal base successfully?
Colin for sure. Heineck.
So is Sammy.
Karliner's you wouldn't know from looking at him, but he's got a pretty decent set of wheels on him.
Yeah, he does. He's got a strong set of legs, and he can use that to his advantage for sure. And with him being an outfielder, that he needs that, you know. He needs to be able to cover ground like that, and so that translates to the base path. So
Yeah, he will be moving to strictly the outfield position once he returns to school.
yeah.
And Heineck, the catcher, he's he's quick for a catcher, I guess. Glowacki shows bunt, pulls it back, and Karliner just didn't know how many outs there were as Glowacki walks, and Karliner tried to advance. A little mental lapse for the Oaks there, and unfortunately would have had 2 runners on, but that'll end it for the top of the 4th. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 4th.
I look like Josh Hader.
Forster's ahead 2-0. Mike looks like Josh Hader.
And on that note, we will be right
And
back.
on that note, we'll be right back.
Get this dog on the ledge.
We're back here in the bottom of the 4th. Griffin Everett leading off for the Foresters. He's DHing today.
It seems like we've got some of the Oaks players knowing what we're saying on this live stream.
I know. I may have to have a talk with Coach Sully's. Tell him.
Mics are hot.
Pay attention.
I think there might be guys get a little bit of a leash today since their teammate is on the broadcast today. But
Yeah.
maybe they don't, and they're not supposed to be listening, and they might
Isn't
get
there
chewed
like
out by Coach.
isn't there like a no phone rule during the game or something?
In the dugout.
Interesting that Heineck knows that we told him he was slow.
Charlie's in the bullpen.
It was probably Charlie relaying the information.
Yeah. Charlie letting all the secrets out.
Charlie being the jokester of the team and the funny one of the group.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of a mystery.
Great pitch.
As Evan Gray strikes out Griffin Everett. There's quite a bit of a mystery going on the bus. There was some noises going on saying like telling Charlie to settle down. I don't know who that was. I don't know if we got to the bottom of that. I don't know if Charlie's still looking for the culprit, like OJ is still looking for the killer.
Somebody told me they thought it was me, and I was like, yeah, totally.
Probably just someone you were sitting next to.
Not me. I was all the way at the front.
I think it might have been.
I think
it might have been Coach Rads telling Charlie to settle down.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it was actually Josh.
Fouled away, 0-2 now the count.
I don't think Charlie's thinking about it too much. I think he's moved on.
I think it was Josh, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's all right. He's not here today. Be quiet, Charlie. Good pitch.
It starts the inning for Evan Gray.
Back-to-back strikeouts to start the fourth for Evan Gray.
Was that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 right there?
Yeah.
6 pitches. Wow.
Don't say anything.
Stay there, kid. Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing. That ball eats up Daudet a bit. He still has a little bit of time. Throws across the diamond. And that'll be ruled an error on Daudet.
I'll take the blame for that. I kind of forgot about the whole broadcaster's curse.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That was a tough play anyways.
Yeah. Jack Holman at the dish for the Foresters. Mike's met a new friend here.
I have. I'm petting little.
Petting a dog as he's.
What's the name of the guy on mound?
Evan Gray. Evan Gray.
Oh. Ball is down for ball one.
.380 to the bus, I heard.
380 to the bus.
Give me like 415 to the bus. Are you kidding me?
Get out of here. That's like 425 at least.
I don't know who's saying.
There's a fire truck out there too.
Someone's a little bit more hopeful.
Runner on the move. And that could have been right where Jack Brooks could have been, but it's a line drive base hit into center field. So the error allows the inning to advance, and second pitch of the at-bat, base hit up the middle. Will Pendergrass now at the dish. Another dangerous hitter in this Foresters lineup. The runners on the corners for Gray. We'll see if he can get out of this mini jam as he throws over to first. Runner back in time safely.
Yeah, and that was only Holman's 4th hit so far this summer. He's now 4 for 25 on this summer with that base knock.
Ball sounded good off the bat. He definitely hit that one hard. Gray's delivery in there, strike one. So a 2-out error, Mike. What goes through your head on the mound when a 2-out error happens? When you make a good pitch, get a guy to roll over and just defense.
Keep doing what I'm doing. Stick to my game plan, and hopefully it'll translate and get me out of that inning.
Pendergrass down 0-2.
So,
just unfortunate, part of the game.
Yep, yeah, it's baseball, and up until errors happen, but this is one of the most solid defenses I've ever played with, and they don't really let a whole lot go through. So, so it's been a lot of fun. definitely takes some pressure off your shoulders too.
Ball's just high, 1-2 now the count. You'll usually see AJ Salgado at third for the Oaks, but he's been nursing a little bit of a hip flexor, not quite 100%, so that's why you see Daudet over there starting at third.
Yeah, I also think
Daudet or Salgado, one of them usually DH.
Yeah,
That ball's low, 2-2.
Both have great bats, so you need to find somewhere in line for
it's
them.
probably not wanting to have another lefty in the lineup with Salgado not playing today with a lefty on the mound.
Yeah.
We've seen Daudet play a few positions this year for the Oaks. We've seen him play every infield position except for first, as well as both corner outfield spots.
Yep.
Versatile.
Yep.
Swung on and miss. Is the ball in the dirt? Crandall will throw over to Karliner. Karliner digs it out, and
That one
that'll
sounded
retire the side. So Evan Gray allows one hit after the error by Daudet, but no harm, no foul. And
I think we should ban Charlie from the chat.
You can see
Heineck
old
seems
Charlie
upset that
Adams.
he's not on the
Old
broadcast. He
Charlie
just
Adams
gave me a headphone signal.
old Charlie Adams.
He wants a replay or what?
I just think there's some saltiness amongst people who didn't make the cut today.
That'll end the fourth. 2-0 still the score. We'll stay with you in between innings here as the Foresters have a bit of I think looks like a dizzy bat race going on. Mike, you ever done one of these?
Now let's start spinning.
He definitely has.
Not for a long time.
Let's start spinning. Let's go.
We'll see them. They don't have the best form as the ball, especially here on the first base side. They didn't have their heads down all the way to the ground as young gentleman in the Mookie Betts jersey gets off to an early lead.
Oh, he is cruising.
He's already rounding second.
He's probably on steroids,
Kid
just
in the
like
gray
Mookie.
shirt, he's on his tail. He might be able to catch him. He's making a slow turn around the bag. It's going to be down to the
Come on,
stretch.
Mookie, finish
Betts
strong.
too much of a lead, and he'll win the dizzy bat race here in Santa Barbara.
That finished strong right there. Attaboy.
Finish.
That kid in Crocs?
Run through the bases.
That kid is in Crocs.
That kid is in Crocs, so
That's kinda hype.
that's
But they're in sport mode. They're in sport
they
mode.
are in sport
They're in
mode.
sport
They
mode.
are the Crocs are in sport mode, so that does make a lot of sense.
Love me some Crocs. You know who else loves Crocs? AJ Salgado.
AJ
AJ
Salgado
Salgado.
loves Crocs.
You know, my priest I go to and usually go to a church in Piru, and Father Barney is he'll do a mass in Crocs.
Big Croc guy, huh?
That's kinda
He's a
sick.
huge Croc guy.
Umpire getting a stretch on or?
He's getting a bit
Just cleaning off the plate.
getting loose a little bit, dusting off the plate.
Crandall took a nice shot on that drop third strike
Yeah,
there.
he did. Looked like he.
I think it got him like right up in the neck above the padding.
Yeah, saw him kind of jerk up like that.
It sounded painful.
Top of the fifth is Zach Crandall leading off as Shaw is still in there, so this will be his longest outing of the summer, I believe.
That is if he can record an out.
That is.
Well, we'll see. 0-1 the count to Crandall. Hopefully he can bounce this guy around a little bit, get him out, so he doesn't record his longest outing of the summer. Crandall down to an 0-2 count.
Got to protect here. Good.
Ball just low.
Oh no, we have some visitors behind us.
Big Mike.
Andrew Lucas
it's a hot
in here
mic.
with us, and Evan Harmon.
The Arizona State
A couple of
boys.
Arizona State boys.
Andrew wanted to be on the broadcast today, but I was told no because he might pitch today.
Couple guys in here. As Crandall laces one down the first base line, that'll be foul. 1 and 2.
I'm glad Mike was here to defend me on the bus situation.
Yes.
Well, I was actually gonna tell him that we had a bit of a Spider-Man
No, yeah,
situation
Oh,
when
yeah.
he was like, no, stop the bus, stop the bus.
Well, we were saying it. The bus driver just doesn't give no gracing period at all. Just gets to the stop, tells everyone you better get in as quick as you can, and we're out. As Crandall goes down on strikes.
Yeah,
That'll bring up Jack Brooks.
He wants to be very efficient with his job.
Yeah, as soon
Yeah,
as you
don't-
guys
don't
got
know-
on at
don't know-
Oxnard today, he did not care. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. Bus driver in a bit of a hurry to get here and wait 3 hours before game time, but
you guys know who Evan Harmon, who's here with us as the greatest athlete of all time?
Yeah.
Jack Brooks shows bunt.
Here,
Pulls it back.
I'll give Evan the
Strike one
headset so he can
is,
tell everybody.
is the call.
Greatest athlete? Mind giving it?
The headset on. We apologize for that.
Welcome, Evan.
Evan,
It's kind of cool.
Right?
you
Yeah,
like
this is
it?
sick.
Yeah, you feel super popular in these.
Yeah, greatest athlete of all time. Undoubtedly, he's on deck.
Tyler Gannis.
Tyler Gannis.
Tyler Gannis.
Tyler Gannis. That's a good answer.
I don't know what he does bad.
Nothing.
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 Like,
And
You
I,
know.
Evan, I was telling him how he could be that guy to be a total. He could be
We were talking
cocky.
about you guys, and I said there's
and-
not really any on this team except for Carrillo. But
oh, bro, Gannis is dating my daughter, 100%. I'm leaving it at that. That's what I'm, exiting this broadcast on. But he can date my daughter, if I have one.
Best personality
Andrew,
on
you
the
might need to let him date your daughter, bro.
Andrew is
Oh,
good.
As,
Yeah.
as Andrew does have a baby girl on the way.
Yep.
Congratulations to
Congratulate him on
Andrew.
that.
Do we have a name yet, Andrew, for your soon-to-be daughter?
There's a couple in the mix, but I'm
Couple in the mix.
Yeah, keep that under
As
wraps.
Jack Brooks rolls over to second base, he's hustling down the line, but
If Charlie's
doesn't
in
have
the
enough time.
conversation, I think it should be eliminated.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Simply because of Mr. Adamson himself.
All right.
Is
I
he?
got a place to be in the bullpen, you know.
Are you guys watching it down there?
Oh yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, have you guys been? Yeah, we see it. All right.
As our boys go back to the dugout, Tyler Gannis now up at the plate,
Greatest athlete of all time, according to Evan
Greatest athlete
Harmon.
of all time.
according to Evan Harmon.
Nicest guy of all time.
Coolest guy of all time.
Not very happy about
Coolest,
that one.
yeah,
As it looked to be a
coolest
little outside.
coolest guy on the team. In the discussion for best hair on the team, at least top 3.
Oh, he was
Best,
voted according to
again,
TikTok.
again, up there for best facial hair on the team, best physique on the team.
Dude, his forearms.
Yeah.
These things are incredible.
Yeah, he is
A specimen.
all. He's all around.
He works hard.
Tremendous athlete.
He shows bunt. Patented Tyler Gannis strategy. The best the Foresters can do is just let it go foul, but it's just goes foul just a couple of feet before the third base bag.
They're just lucky that it rolled off the grass there.
Right idea, Ty. Attaboy.
So Gannis in a 1-2 count.
The CZ up isn't doing much for us, by the way.
You know.
No, it doesn't. But what
the
it does
look that
is that
counts.
it's it just protects us from foul balls.
That is true. We did almost get hit by one a few weeks ago
Well,
when
you
we
know,
were here.
we got an
Did you?
athlete with us. Let's take it down.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
let the
you.
athlete make a play.
Oh, you're talking about Mike.
Get down. Get down.
That ball hit. It's going to be trouble, but a nice over-the-shoulder catch by the shortstop Miguel Santos. And that'll retire the side. Oaks still without a run going into the bottom of the 5th. 0-2 the score. Foresters up. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 5th. Back here in the bottom of the fifth, Strassner up for the Foresters. Evan Gray out there for his 5th inning of work. Gray, just one mistake that he's made, that home run last inning to Santos. Ball 1 is high. So that's just one earned run for Gray. Actually, none. That would have been the 3rd out of the inning. So no earned runs today for Gray. As the 1-0 pitch is put down by Strassner. Gray trying to make a play on it, and Strassner too quick out of the box. Gets an extra step as he is a lefty, so tough play for Evan Gray
that is
to
exactly the question that you asked me earlier, what just happened. So what Evan is probably thinking, all right, screw that guy, let's get a double play, you know? Get a ground ball up the middle, and, you know, get him off the base paths, you know?
Top of the lineup for the Foresters as Rylan Charles is up to the plate. He reached on an error his last time. That was in the 3rd inning. Ball in the dirt. Great stop again by Crandall. 1-0.
And Sammy, I hate to do this to you, but the 2 runs are going to go down as earned because the home run was 2 innings ago. And the first batter got on via walk from Evan, and then there was a home run.
I thought that
2-0.
got a little mixed up in between. Ball, Strassner was on the move. Ball's fouled away, 1-1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
As we got a fan asking us what the score is.
As Austin is
It's
a fan.
On the first base side, it's in the bleachers, it's virtually impossible to get a good look at the scoreboard. Just another great feature here at
Pershing
Santa
Park.
Barbara. Charles hits one into right. Gannis is there, no problem for him. He'll make the play. 1 out. And that'll bring up Santos, who hit a home run his last at bat. Just a ball hit on a frozen rope over Tyler Glowacki's head and over the fence.
Let me ask you this, Mike. Having guys like Glowacki and Gannis and Karliner in the outfield whose arms are just unreal, how awesome is that for you as a pitcher to know you have stuff like that behind you?
It builds my confidence like no other, honestly.
Ball hit to Gavin Grant. Gets past him just a little bit too far in the 5-6 hole.
Yeah,
Grant moving to his left. That's a very tough play
that was a tough
to get
play.
a glove on it, and then it would have been an even tougher throw as he had no play at second. He would have had to gone to first. And Gavin cashes up with 2 on.
Would have had to been a Jeter play.
A Jeter?
A Jeter. But yeah, it builds my confidence. It builds our confidence as a staff for sure, knowing that, you know, a single to the left fielder with a runner on second will probably just be held up at third. And other situations, you know, as well, you know, like first to third, stuff like that. And they've been showing it off the past couple games too, so that's been super awesome. So, you know, it's one thing to do it, you know, in practice and in and out, you know, but to be able to do it in game with an actual runner pressuring you like that, it's super cool. So, and it's nice to have back there, so obviously.
Cash can't hold up. 1-1 now the count.
Seems like Charlie has calmed down on the comments.
I
Maybe
think
he's
he
started his
put his
Maybe he's
phone
stretching
down.
and warming up.
Yeah.
He's starting to get loose out
Maybe.
there.
Good.
Cash fouls another one away. 1-2 now the count.
I just got a notification that Jacob deGrom threw 102 miles per hour on his rehab start. How do you think those guys playing single A baseball feel?
Tough
Oh
at
my
bat.
gosh.
Well, did you hear that
How do you
story?
even see that?
Did you see that story of Scherzer down in a rehab start? He treated the whole team out to like a $7,000 dinner and got everyone brand new AirPods on
Yeah.
the team.
I did not hear
As
that.
Cash goes down swinging. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. That's got to be great, huh?
Yeah, that's
One of the big leaguers comes down to the minor leagues and treats everyone to a
That's
good
awesome.
time. Everyone gets a brand new set of AirPods.
Number 16, Griffin
That's super cool.
Everett.
That's super cool to hear that guys that with that big of a platform are doing that for.
Well,
guys that,
when
know,
you are Max Scherzer making over $30 million a year, you can
You can do
afford
that.
you can afford a $7,000 dinner and some
Yes,
AirPods.
But even the guys that do make that, most of them you don't.
Most of
hear,
them
you
don't.
Hear
You don't
about
hear that story every day.
So that's nice to hear that he's. You're right, Charlie. It is nice. And they do the same
As
for
we
you.
thought Charlie was out of the chat, but he was just taking a little break. He
Takes a little
gets
breather.
right back in there.
Giving his thumbs a rest.
Yeah, your thumb's got to be sore there, Charlie. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Yeah, and this is already, I think it's fair to say, the best outing for Gray so far. It's his longest outing, most strikeouts he's had, the walks in comparison to some of the other appearances.
Yeah, he's been extremely efficient today, and after that one inning where he gave up that shot, I went into the dugout and he was holding his head high, and he knew that it was just one pitch that he missed, and it turned into something a little bit bigger than what you want, but it is what it is, and it's behind him already, and so
Just
get
got
back-
to tip your cap when they put a good
Exactly.
swing on a ball like that.
Yep.
The pitch from Gray in the dirt. Another nice stop by Crandall. As Everett is now ahead in the count 3-1.
I think a good question of the day for the future could possibly be favorite seed flavor.
Sunflower seeds.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah, you see a lot of different brands, different flavors in there.
A lot.
Have you had those Japanese coconut flavored ones that Jose has?
I think I've had a handful. Yes.
They're
Yeah,
solid.
3 and 2 the
It's-
count.
It's different. Really is. They're pretty good.
What would
The
your
flavor just sticks with you the whole
Yeah.
time. They never just. It's
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah.
what
Like
would-
gum
what would your
doesn't
answer
last that
be?
long. So what's your go-to flavor for seeds?
My go-to flavor is smoky barbecue by Spitz.
Spitz?
Right there with you, brother.
Yep.
I like the dill pickle from Spitz. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, so Evan Gray works back in that count.
Great
Gets
job,
Everett to
Ev.
strike out. A couple times he's set him down on strikes today. So Gray, through 5 innings of work, looking pretty good today. We'll see if he comes out again for the 6th. But for the top of the 6th, as we get a question from somebody in the chat, does size matter for a pitcher? You're the pitcher, Mike. I'll let you answer that. Does size matter for a pitcher?
No, it does not. I will say that if you have the desire and the will to throw hard, you can do anything. Or
The
you-
motion in the ocean, as you
And
you could say.
If
and
you want to
and
say
you don't
that,
even
yes.
have to throw hard nowadays.
Exactly, yeah. You can just carve guys up. So to answer your question, Charlie, no, size does not matter. Build your legs.
The
and,
size of the waves, the way the waves break, it doesn't matter,
It
right?
doesn't matter. No, no, you're right.
One of my favorite quotes by Nestor Cortez Jr. I'm 5'10", barely hit 90, and I'm fat.
Yeah. And I'm a major league
And
pitcher.
he's been chubbing this year for the Yankees.
For the who?
For the Yankees.
The who?
Not a big Yank guy?
I can't stand them. I can't stand the Yankees. I can't stand their
Who
fans.
do you dislike more, the Giants or the Yankees, Sammy?
Oh, Giants, not even close. It's unfortunate because Brooksy is
One-
a big Giants
one-
fan. Jose's a big Giants fan.
One of the best breaks for me.
No, yeah, we're on.
We're on?
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, cool.
One of the
Staying
best
through.
breaks for me on the bus was these guys ridiculing me about being a Yankees fan, and all of a sudden they find out Jose's
Yeah,
a
and
Giants
then-
fan, and
yeah,
everything
yeah.
turns towards Jose.
Yeah, me and Rink were going in on him for being a Yankee fan, and then Jose says something about the Giants, and then everything, like the world dropped for Rink, and he just goes, "You're a Giants fan?" and just starts going in on Jose.
I just kicked back and relaxed after that.
Yeah, Austin got the rest of the day off on that bus ride. As another Austin
Stay hot,
comes up to
Rillo.
the dish. Austin Carrillo. He's 2 for 2 on the day with the single up the middle and a bunt single his last time up. So we'll like Austin, you know, been struggling just a little bit lately and he getting back on track with a multi-hit day. Love to see it for Carrillo.
Yeah, good to see. 2 for 2 today, and you know, that first one, I mean, just squeaked through, but getting on base, and that's where he's most dangerous. So
Inside ball 1. If you guys have any more questions in for the chat and for us or for me, for Austin, or for old Mikey here, why don't you go ahead and drop them in the chat. We had a very good one from Charlie. Nice philosophical question as the count evens up at 1-1.
Well, I'm sure these hits have felt good for Carrillo as well, because the 2 games before this he had a combined 7 walks.
Yep.
Which was frustrating him. He walked 4 consecutive times in the game against San Luis Obispo on Friday.
As he hits a chopper foul, I think it went off his foot,
Yeah. So
maybe off his little shin guard, as the catcher, I think he gave a bit of a look that he thought that ball was fair.
Yeah, the home plate umpire at first thought it was a fair ball, and so did the catcher and pitcher, but the first base umpire called it foul right away.
It's the home plate umpire's call before the
Yeah.
bag. Just must be something in the water over here that these Santa Barbara people, they just find a way to complain about everything, huh?
Yep, seems like it.
And we can see the training area for Santa Barbara across from us, and Tyler Glowacki's over there, so I hope everything's all
Just
right
having
with
a
him.
chat.
Oh, interesting. I don't think anything noticeable happened.
Not that I know of. I know I think he went over there before the game, if I'm not mistaken. He's
3
not
and
like
2, the count to Carrillo.
he's not like old man Andrew Lucas. My sciatica.
Yeah.
Had me dying laughing when I was down there.
Man. Don't tell Andrew we said that, Charlie. Carrillo lines one down the first base line, maybe towards the bullpen a little bit. Foul ball.
Oh, I told Lucas he sounded like he was 80 years old when he said it.
Really?
Yeah.
Best mustache on the team by far.
Oh, easily. Easily.
That was his pose when I took the photos with everybody today.
He really sticks that lip out to make sure you can see that mustache. Kind of hard to see in the sun because he is a blonde, but as Carrillo lines one into right field, looks like a little bit of trouble. It's in the gap.
Good.
Goes to the fence. Carrillo on second, and he'll stay there for a leadoff double.
Yep, there he
And the
goes.
Oaks.
Putting up the O.
The Oaks got a little business going for the Oaks as Gavin Grant will step into the dish
Looked like
with the runner in scoring position.
Looked like Carrillo was a little unhappy with the argument there, and it kind of put a little chip on his shoulder there.
Yeah. Another thing about Andrew Lucas's mustache. Did you know that his mustache was actually the inspiration for Miles Tyler's mustache in the new Top Gun movie?
He did tell me that.
I think
did tell me that.
Teller did say that. Teller did say that in an interview. I think at the
one and
premiere.
only
The
Andrew
premiere.
Lucas from the one and only Arizona State University.
Yeah. Forks up.
The one with the sciatica problems.
Yeah.
He's also someone like Tyler. I mean, we got all great guys on the team, like we've said, but he's also someone that has been one to pass down knowledge that he's gained from that Division I level. And
The
so,
elder statesman of the
yeah,
team.
exactly.
Well, that's rank, but
They both are.
that guy's
Grant
old.
shows bunt, pulls it back, 1-0.
Rank's an old man, dude.
RBI opportunity for Gavin Grant.
Would love to see him capitalize on something here.
Really right here, runner on second, nobody out. You really just want to push a ball the other way, get that runner over to third. Ball's inside. 2-0 the count. Grant ahead in the count as we get time for a
Little chit chat.
pitcher mound visit to the pitcher. They got somebody going in the Foresters bullpen, and this is Shaw's longest outing of the summer. Maybe he's running out of gas, running on fumes right now. So 2-0 count for Grant. He'll be looking for one pitch, one location. Trying to put a nice swing at the ball. If it's not there, go ahead 3-0.
Yep.
Work a walk. You got a really good hitter behind you in Zach Daudet.
Yep. Yeah, that's one thing about our lineup is everyone's so threatening in their own way, and you know we got guys like Tyler Gannis who can do anything, and then drop that little 20-foot bunt down the third base line, and then guys like AJ who can hit the ball a mile.
Third baseman playing a little in, maybe guarding that bunt that the Oaks like to drop down lately. 2-1 the count. Shaw pauses, delivers, in there, strike two. 2-2 now the count.
I just tried my best to count. I haven't been keeping track of foul balls, but Shaw's thrown at least 85 pitches at this point, so you got to figure his leash is very short at this point.
Yep. Looks like they got a double barrel bullpen going, so righty and a lefty it looks like.
That ball's just low as we hear Shaw grunt. Maybe he's definitely towards the end of his line, but a full count now for Gavin Grant. And this is one of the biggest pitches of the day for the Oaks.
See if Carrillo may be on the move here. Be bold, but
Yeah, it would.
that's something he'd do.
The 3-2, high ball 4. So Grant works another walk. He's among the team leaders in walks, as we'll see Bill Pintard come out. This will definitely be a pitching change. Second mound visit of the inning. We will, as he, I don't know what he could possibly be talking
He was complaining about the ball 3 call.
Of course he is. When we come back, we'll tell you all about this new pitcher for the Foresters, and Zach Daudet will be up with 2 on and nobody out.
Do something special here.
And we're back. Jack Faraday in for the Foresters. He's the new pitcher. He's out of the University of Arkansas, Fayetteville. That's considered the South,
Yes, it
I
is.
guess. As Zach Daudet, we told you, is going to come up with 2 on and nobody out.
And I'm not sure what not sure what our bullpen's looking like for next inning, or if we're sending Evan out for another. But they were buddies last year, attending the same school, and then they were chatting it up in right field during BP today. So
They got a lot of guys on this
yeah, they do.
Forsters roster from Arkansas Fayetteville.
Yes.
As
Go.
that ball gets away from the catcher and both runners will advance, so one of the RBI leaders for the Oaks and Daudet will have a very good opportunity to drive in 2 right now. We do have a prediction in the chat from old Charlie. He thinks Noah's going to go yard when he comes up right now. Fouled away for strike 1.
Yeah, and that first pitch from Faraday doesn't really surprise me, as in his 6 outings so far this summer, my apologies, 5 outings, this is what has been the issue for him. He is not a big hits guy. He's gone
A lot of walks.
those outings only giving up 2 hits, but he's walked
Daudet fouls one.
8 guys
Up the
across
first
his
base
5
line, out of
outings
play.
to this point, and
Wow.
his best outing was when he went 3 strong against a loss to the Blues last week, but he still walked a guy. He gave up a hit, gave up a run, but been struggling to find the zone.
Yeah.
The 1-2 to Daudet hits him.
Speak
So
of the
here
devil.
we go.
He took that like a champ. All right, I got some questions to answer.
Bases full.
You got questions to answer?
Just one. Well, all right. So I like the Noah prediction. And that would be awesome.
Be a slam.
Charlie, I have
Karliner up.
not done my recovery yet. Probably do that, close to the end of the game. Feel a nice stretch before I get on the bus and all that. So, but thank you for the question.
Karliner 0 for 2. He reached on an error his last time up. He'll take the first pitch of the at-bat low.
This is the perfect guy to ask the question I still don't know the answer to. Is there a 3-batter minimum in the CCL, Mike?
Say that again?
Is there a 3-batter minimum for you guys coming out of the bullpen?
No.
Karliner takes another ball up.
Because I feel like a lot of times, guys, the pitching coach comes out in what seems like the situation to take out the pitcher, but
Well,
they leave
this
him in for
isn't
one
really a league that where you would see, a lot of guys need work during the summer, and you don't really want to see a guy just face one guy. You know,
Yeah.
this ain't.
There's been
There ain't no submarine lefty specialist to get one lefty out.
there's been a lot of conversation, with the coaches and our pitching staff, and it all goes something along the lines of like, you're here for one reason, and that's to get better yourself, get reps against maybe some better competition, and that it's not like that trumps everything, because our objective is to win baseball.
We don't get
games.
political here.
Um,
As Karliner swings and misses for strike 3.
That's Charlie's
That'll bring
fault.
up Brendan Durfee. So a little jinx from Charlie Adamson. We'll let Noah Karliner know what went wrong that at bat, and it's all because of Charlie in the chat.
Charlie says that there is.
Yes, there is, Mike.
He's probably
Learn the
just-
rules. I
probably
think
just
he
chirping
might
me.
be. Yeah, I don't.
You're not allowed to make predictions anymore, Charlie, either.
Oh.
Here you go, Big Durf.
Charlie, go stretch.
Quote me the. Let us know what line in the book that that rule's on. As Faraday comes in throwing some serious heat.
So anyway, the coaches just want to see us getting our work in, executing our pitches. The result of the game is super important. But what is a little bit more important is getting what we need to get, so that when we go back to our schools, we are an improved pitcher, or an improved player, I should say. So. And maybe there is a three
Three-batter minimum.
3-batter minimum.
The 1-1 from Faraday. Another pitch high. So far from Faraday, what we've seen is a lot of fastballs And they're either right there in the zone and they just get blown by our hitters, or they're way out of the zone.
Yep. Looked like he was attacking no up and in too.
Inside to Durfy. So 3-1 is the count on Durfy. So if a ball's not in an area where he wants to put a swing on it, he'll take it and get an easy RBI.
Charlie asks, how hard is this guy throwing?
Faraday's 3-1 on the outside corner. 3-2. We don't know how hard he is throwing. Our favorite one, my favorite intern at least, Cam. I think he doesn't have the gun up and going, but there are looks like a couple scouts in the crowd, so maybe we'll ask them in between innings as Durfy fouls one away into the
Tennis courts.
tennis courts.
Yeah.
There's also batting cages set up right there too. I don't know which one it went into. He's throwing hard, we can say that.
Very true.
Yeah, he is.
See a pinch hitter on deck, so it looks like Glowacki is hurt.
The 3-2 to Durfy. Fouled away. Yeah, it looks like Scott Radinsky coming off the bench to hit for Glowacki. We'll try to find out a little bit of information on Glowacki to see what the problem is, and if we find out, we will let you guys know.
Send Mike in the dugout in between innings.
Yeah, do some recon.
The 3-2 to Durfy.
Good.
Just outside and low.
That's that catcher vision right there.
Yep.
So Durfy gets one of the easiest RBIs in his life, and the Oaks cut the lead in half.
That was a hard fought at bat. So
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if I'd say that was an easy RBI personally, Sammy.
Didn't have to swing.
Just
didn't
to
have to
say.
put the ball in play. You know, it was a well-earned RBI.
It was
I should
well
say.
earned, yeah.
It wasn't a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah.
Is Cam not feeling good today? Cam's a
little out for the
bit
count.
Cam's a bit under the weather today, but he's
hanging
trying
in
to
there.
fight through. He's
At
trying
least
to,
he's
you
here.
know, yeah, he's
He
here.
made an appearance.
He's here.
Unlike certain people.
And
He's here.
everyone appreciates it.
He's here.
Unlike certain people.
He's here. He's
You
not
have a little
quite.
sniffle.
He's not. Cam isn't contagious, but he's here,
Good
fighting
hack,
it out
Scott, good hack. Do it again.
here on a Sunday.
I'd love to see Scott stay aggressive right here and get a base knock.
It's practically a home game for Scott.
Yes, it is.
Scott Radinsky plays his college ball here in Santa Barbara, the City College.
Good take.
1-1 now the count.
As well as Charlie Adamson, actually, our one and only.
Mm.
Oh, shall we?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys who played here at SBCC for my graduating class.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And the year before.
The 1-1 to the Radinsky. Swung on and miss. Strike 2. One and 2 to the Radinsky. Crandall on deck for the Oaks. Bases loaded. You'd like to see a couple more runs tacked on here.
Yes, we would. Come on, Scott.
And Radinsky swings and misses for strike 3. That'll be the second out of the inning, so it'll be up to the catcher, Zach Crandall, to keep this inning alive, to get a couple more runs on the board for the Oaks.
Now batting for the Oaks, number 9, Zach Crandall.
Would love to see Zach cash in some runs here.
Definitely would. Faraday out of the windup with the bases loaded. And he throws in his first pitch strike. Gee, he's just rearing back and just throwing as hard as he can. Try to blow it past these Oaks hitters. Faraday, the 0-1. In there again, same location, 0-2 now the count. Faraday's 0-2 to Crandall. That ball gets past the catcher, and Grant will come in easily, and the Oaks tie up the ball game at 2. So a wild pitch there
huge. That is huge.
A big run there for the Oaks. A wild pitch with the runner on third. That does put a lot of added pressure on the catcher. But that ball was just thrown too hard and just too far outside for the catcher to make a play on it.
He yanked it. I'd like to think that, you know, if I did that, Durfy would, you know, have my back like he did a couple games ago.
As the ball gets away again, and Daudet, he's coming in and he'll score. So the Oaks take the lead on back-to-back wild pitches. 3-2 now the score. Now that one I will say was on the catcher. That ball should have been caught.
Yes, it should have, as we got some dust flying our way.
A little bit of dirt from Grant. We'll let him know that.
Yeah, I got to take a shower now.
A little dirty.
All right.
Charlie Adamson saying he'd take this guy deep as the Oaks take the lead.
Yeah, we know, Charlie. We know you would, bro. We know you would.
You know, that's something I haven't seen this summer. We need to ask the coaches, when are the pitchers going to take some BP?
We got to put up goose eggs all 9 innings.
Oh, we need a shutout?
Yes, we do. That's what we need before we get.
All right, well, let's
pitchers BP.
I can tell you, interns get BP at the end of the summer, so how mad will you guys be if we get BP and you guys don't?
Well, you know, if we don't do our job, then we don't deserve it. So.
Great
As
AB,
Crandall works a great at-bat there. He was down 0-2 in the count and just staying disciplined and works a walk, and that'll bring up Jack Brooks. Bill Pintard coming out for which looks to be the hook. So
only one out that Faraday can record.
We'll be right back for the second pitching change of the inning. We'll be back shortly, and we'll let you know who's in, who's out, as Jack Brooks will come up with the runners on the corners and 2 outs. Oaks take the lead 3-2. We'll be right back.
But I don't have this guy.
Okay, we're back.
Man, Jack Brooks.
Another University of Arkansas Fayetteville man on the mound, Nick Griffin, in as Jack Brooks steps up to the dish, runs on the corners, 2 out. We'll see if Brooksy can put a nice swing on the ball, get at least 1 run in.
Something he tends to be very good at.
Yep. One thing we've seen a couple times now from Jack is lefty doesn't really bother him. We've seen him. They bring in a lefty with Brooks coming up, and first or second pitch, he just laces one down the line to the wall.
It fires him up rather than, scares him a little bit. He tends to do well, in most situations.
Showing bunt, and that ball hit him. So that'll bring up Tyler Gannis
Attaboy,
with the
Jack.
bases loaded.
Yeah, now ever since they took out Shaw, we've seen Faraday enter. He hit his first batter, then struck out Karliner, walked Durfy, struck out Rinsky, then walked Crandall, and now the first batter that we see the newly entered Nick Griffin face, he hits, and so some control issues in this inning for the entire pitching staff for the Foresters as they've walked and hit 6 total guys.
The first pitch to Gannis, well outside, ball 1.
Seems to be a fan in the stands.
Yeah,
That's their normal PA announcer.
They do a lot of chirping.
Yes. Seem to be not very happy with the umpires' calls.
I'm not very happy when he does PA announcing, so.
It all evens out. Tyler Gannis with a chopper, doesn't quite get over the pitcher's head. He'll make the throw over to first. So Gannis a rarity. He's 0 for 4 today. But the Oaks strike back and strike hard.
Take the
3
lead.
runs for the Oaks. They take the lead 3-2. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th. Evan Gray still coming on the mound. Bottom 6. Oaks lead. Evan Gray on the mound for his 6th inning of work.
Real good to see Ev getting deep into this ball game.
Oh, don't show bunt.
Give
I
him
don't
the-
think that ball was just high. It wasn't. I don't think it was remotely close to his head. But he bailed out of there. That was Otremba.
Yep. Charlie, I love your
That'll wake
prediction.
him up a bit.
Charlie, I love your prediction.
Maybe he was just mad about the first guy who bunted, so he's like, don't you square on me
Shows
anymore.
bunt again.
Good pitch.
And that ball's in there for strike 1.
I thought that ball was going to hit him square in the face, but it was a curveball.
Some kids hyped about running the bases over behind Mike.
Oh, good pitch.
Just a bit outside. 2-1 the count to Otremba. Gray's delivery, the pitch.
Oh, that's it.
I think that hit his bat. That's a fair ball. Gray makes the play, throws over to Karliner, and gets away from Karliner. That ball was thrown a little bit up the line. So a weird situation there, as Otremba didn't get his bat down as he turned away, and he gets a lucky.
Wow.
He gets on base lucky. So a tough break for the Oaks. Nothing.
Nothing you can do there.
Nothing you can really do about that. That's a really
That's
tough play.
Super rare.
As
Super
nobody
rare.
jumped out at that ball right away. I think everyone was confused a little bit, and
Who are we getting?
Gray had to rush the throw. I think it's gonna go down as a throwing error on Gray. I think as Karliner reached for the ball, he kind of went into the runner. As that ball's in the dirt, Crandall might have a throw. Chooses to eat it. Maybe could have seen Crandall throw that ball.
I think there was a chance for a play there. So unfortunate start to this inning
Yes, it is.
for Gavin Gray.
Blame it on Charlie's prediction.
I didn't see what it was. So.
1, 2, 3 inning he predicted. As Evan Gray gets back in the count, 1-1.
Charlie, I literally told you you're not allowed to predict anymore after Karliner struck out after your home run prediction. Charlie, we're going to perma-ban you from the stream.
Ban Charlie from the chat. He'll probably make a burner. Get in there again.
He was probably the bot in the chat before he started
Arlie
commenting.
Cadamson. As that ball's in on the wrist of...
I think that was elbow, actually.
And that one's got to hurt. Gray, the hard thrower. As the trainer comes out. We'll step away from a bit as the batter takes his time.
That got hit?
Hunter Ensley, the player who went down on that pitch, ball hit him on forearm, wrist, hand, elbow. Probably not his hand. If that was his hand, it might have broke his hand.
It hit his arm. Just go with that.
His arm, his forearm, we'll say. And Holman now.
Charlie predicts a foul ball off of Mike's head. Next at bat. I'm not sure I like that prediction.
Well, we've seen that Charlie's predictions never come true. As the ball gets past Crandall, Otremba will score easily. And the game is tied at 3. Tough break for Evan Gray. Should have probably got an out that first at bat. Ball gets away from him, hits the next batter. As Jack Holman gets out of the way, lets the ball get past the catcher. He's ahead in the count 1-0. The pitch, that ball way over Crandall's head. No way he can make a play on that either. So the runner advances again. 2-0 the count. And the go-ahead run is on third. As we've mentioned, this is already the longest outing of the summer for Evan Gray. So as Noah Karliner just comes in, gives him a little words of encouragement as the infield comes in.
Yeah,
with nobody out.
Ev just needs to take a quick deep breath and, you know, go back to his ways of pounding the strike zone and getting ahead early, and he'll get rewarded.
The 2-0. Looked like it was in there, but it's 3-0 now. Again, it's his longest outing of the season. We haven't seen a lot of guys go 6 in the whole league,
Yeah.
for one, but
Yeah.
for the Oaks, I think Rivas had the longest outing of the summer for the Oaks. Wonder if it's just running out of gas as Holman hits a ball into right field. That's probably deep enough. That's gonna be deep enough to score the run. And the Foresters retake the lead. So swinging 3-0, and he
Did a job, unfortunately.
swinging 3-0 with Gannis's great arm. But the wind played with that ball a little bit. Gannis wasn't able to get behind the ball, so he had trouble getting to it with his arm. Could have been a close play at the plate, but we'll never know. Ball 1. Gray's 1-0. Popped foul. That'll get out of play. And these kids that were talking to our ear get something to do so they're not talking our ears off. 1-1 the count. Up and in again. As the Foresters dugout starts barking a little bit. Pendergrass in at the play. He's shaking his head a little bit. You never like to see that as a batter. Ball up and in like that can get a little scary, especially with how hard Evan Gray throws. The 2-1. In there, strike 2.
Yeah, it looks like these hitters are just kind of trying to make Ev fill up the count and earn an out, you know, not necessarily give him one. So
as Bill Pintard went to the Streisner in the on-deck circle. Pendergrass pops one up. Gannis coming in hard. And that ball lands. No, it's caught by
Beautiful play
Jack
by
Brooks.
Jack Brooks.
yeah, Jack Brooks caught that.
Tough angle for us here. We can't really see that.
Looked like there was a bit of a communication issue.
It went.
but Jack-
It looked like it was going towards no man's land.
It was indeed in no man's land. It looks like Jack took charge, and right when he got into the zone, screamed, and looks like
So a great
Solis-
play by Jack Brooks as Dave Solis comes out, maybe pulling Harmon. Harmon pleading his case, trying to stay in there. But I think it's going to be all for naught. And
Yeah, as soon as Dave Solis started walking out to the mound, Evan Gray was immediately not happy about
might
it.
be making a case to Dave. Let me get one more batter. And his words will go on, not deaf ears, but not enough. But Gray has no reason to keep his head down. He
Oh,
turned
rink dog
turned-
time.
Turned out a solid outing.
Nick Rinkover.
We'll get Austin will come back to you with the final line on Evan as Nick Rinkover comes in relief for the Oaks. We'll be right back. Get you some info on Rink and Evan Gray's final line. We're back. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Nick Ringcover, the new pitcher on the hill for the Oaks.
And here comes Charlie Adamson behind me wanting to make a
Oh, no.
Charlie wants to get in on the action a little bit. Strike one.
You're smart what you say,
What's
young
up,
man.
Charlie?
Of course. I know my predictions haven't been working out so far, but I have one final one.
Let's hear it.
What do you think?
6-4 Conejo Oaks comeback victory.
Oaks?
I
Incoming.
like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Third time's a charm. as they
0-2
say.
count.
Hey, what did
0-2 count
Charlie,
for
what
Ring.
did you think about Evan Gray's appearance today?
Oh, phenomenal. Great performance by Evan Gray.
Little tough break on that ball. And none of us knew really what happened a little
Oh.
bit with that ball. That
Good recovery, though.
yeah. Not much you can do there. As Nick Ringcover makes quick work of Streisner, three pitch strikeout. We would have given you a little bit of words on Ringcover and
I
Evan
still
Gray's
can
final
if you
line.
want me to.
Why don't you go ahead and give us Evan Gray's final line? Start with that, Austin, as we
Yeah.
stick with you at the end of the 6th.
So Evan Gray, 5 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which go down as earned because he gets a break because his error he commits, that run does not count against his official line. And
It really shouldn't count because of how the ball was put in play anyway.
yeah,
So.
and Ringcover before today, the last time we saw him against the Foresters when we were back home against them, he went 1 1/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit, no runs, pretty clean to close out that win. We'll be back with top of the 7th. There will be top of the order due up. Gannis, Carrillo, Grant. We'll be back.
Top of the 7th, Austin Carrillo up. Austin Gregory told you that Gannis was up. I think he just forgot that Gannis
Yeah, I
made an out to end the inning. Ball in the dirt, ball 1.
all I looked at in my scorecard was that everybody hit last inning. I just didn't look where the 3rd out was recorded.
Hey, it's all right.
It's all right. We all make
Getting
mistakes.
toastier out here.
It is getting toastier.
We all make mistakes.
Everybody
Even,
has those days.
Even Charlie Adamson makes some mistakes with his predictions in the chat. Carrillo fouls one off his foot. He's in a little bit of some pain. You see him wear that shin guard, but where he was grabbing, it looks like it just hit him right on the heel of his foot.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Their trainer seems very concerned about Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Not moving the muscle.
The 1-1 to Carrillo. That ball looked a little low, but
I agree, Sammy.
I agree.
as I even put 2-1 on the stream. 1-2. The 1-2. A half-hearted swing, and Carrillo goes down for the first time today. 3 for 4 now, as Gavin Grant comes to the dish.
Don't forget to mention Holman just launched the ball around the outfield while I was trying to throw it around the horn.
Yes, he
I didn't
did.
see that.
He indeed did launch it into left field.
Grant 0 for 2. He did draw a walk his last plate appearance. Came around to score. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Swing and a miss from Grant. Count evens up at 1-1. Now, Mike, earlier you did say that Smoky Barbecue you go to, but you got a little chili lime today.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah, I
Chili
agree.
lime are good.
I agree with you guys. I do. What is up with that? You know, it's frustrating.
It's your go-to, but not your every time.
No. It's
I
my
will say
it's my go-to
it's kind of
every
hard to.
time.
I feel like I don't see Smoky Barbecue too often anymore.
That's what I'm getting at. It's my favorite, and it's unfortunate that it's my favorite because it seems to be.
There's these
now
really
that you mentioned that, as Grant swings and misses 2-2. Now the count. The 7-Eleven in Fillmore, where I live, never has Smoky Barbecue. I never see it anymore. They always got the cracked pepper. They always got the dill pickle. Even like the regular seasoned one,
or
and then the original ones.
Yeah.
And who gets original? Grant goes down swinging for the second out of the inning.
They have so many unnecessary flavors of sunflower seeds nowadays. I was at a gas station in Baker, California, on the way to Vegas before our season started this summer. And for the first time in my life, I saw Little Caesars pepperoni pizza flavored seeds. I saw Taco Bell Supreme seeds.
The Taco Bell Supreme.
I saw, there was some other one I saw that I'd never seen before in my life.
Sizzling bacon.
No,
Oh, the big sizzling bacon. Oh, man,
Sizzling
those
bacon.
are disgusting.
Oh, come on.
You like those, really?
Yeah, they're good.
Those are so gross. That brand, the Biggs brand, I can't stand it.
Really?
I just don't like any flavor that they got. I think it's just way too much salt for me.
watch out for that bee,
Watch out,
Mike.
there's a little yellow jacket in front of you. Just stay calm. You're
Punch
good.
it.
You're good. You're good. I think it's away now. Another strike to Daudet.
I'm not a big bee guy.
I remember when Spitz first came out. I used to like combine seeds to figure out like what the best combination was.
Wow, I've never heard of that.
Daudet hits a line drive into center field, but that's right at the center fielder, and that'll retire the side for the Oaks. Oaks will go down in order. Bottom of the 7th coming up. We'll be right back as we take a little stretch here. Bottom 7. As Nick Rinkover delivers a first pitch strike. Top of the lineup again for the Foresters, as Rylan Charles steps up for the 4th time today. That ball rolled over, foul ball. So 0-2. Rink
Controlled himself
working,
this time.
Working quick.
Yes,
Working
he is.
quick
Working
as
quick
of
and
now.
ahead.
Controlled his behavior this time. Last time against the Foresters, he got a little chirpy and got in trouble for it.
Well, that was a that was a chirpy game in itself. So, you know, the emotions were firing, and Nick got a big strikeout, so it was a well-deserved. Get over.
Ball hit over to Karliner at first. Rinkover a little late coming off the mound. And Charles will reach.
What are we rolling that, Sammy?
That looks like a hit to me. Tough play, you know.
I've had some issues with that lately. Those
You know,
in-betweeners
the
at first.
little in-betweeners at first.
Yeah,
And
we as a staff need to do better at getting over quicker. And
yeah, I think it, you know, it can be a little hard for a pitcher. You know, you're
100%
following through and you just
Yeah,
get
and, you know,
caught napping a little bit.
It's easy to expect your defense to
Make a
you know,
play.
make the plays, but you know you also have to know that on a ball to the right side of the infield, you know it could go one of two ways. So that's why you just got to kind of start creeping over.
Ball hit over to third. A hot shot at the hot corner gets past Daudet. Tough play there. That'll be back-to-back hits to start off the inning for the Foresters.
Yeah, that one looked like it almost caught Zach by surprise as he kind of stepped away and then like lunged to try and get it last second. So I don't know if he just like misread it or what happened there.
Ball was laced.
That ball was laced.
Let's stir it up for number 32.
Just a hard hit ball. That's over at third. That it's just all reaction for you, and if a ball hit that hard, it's all reaction. If you don't get to it right away, it's getting past you. As Gavin Cash comes up, fouled away into the Foresters dugout.
What do you think the process of stirring it up means?
As far as what?
I couldn't even.
They say
do you
stir it up.
Yeah, stir it up. Maybe like get loud, or
Get stirring. You know?
I see a fan reading a book over there, so I feel like that's not a good sign for them.
Yeah, one fan's reading a book, guy next to him's eating a salad. As Cash lines the baseball into center field, that'll score Rylan Charles as the ball's cut off from Austin Carrillo. Foresters tack on another, and they still have 2 on and nobody out.
Yeah, and that was just an instance of knowing the condition of your field, as that ball was crushed to center field, but it died in that lengthy grass out there.
so slow.
Yeah, it's a little bit of some like U.S. Open rough in the outfield.
Yeah, and there goes Charlie Adamson's prediction of a 6-4
Oaks win.
victory.
Yeah.
Shocker. Charlie's predictions wrong?
Charlie wrong.
Charlie needs to make a prediction.
Charlie's wrong again.
Charlie needs to make a prediction that doesn't go in our favor. Runner.
Strike.
Good pitch.
And I don't know what happened there with Crandall. I don't know if he couldn't get the ball out of his glove or if he thinks that the ball was fouled off by Everett.
Give him the hook. Give him the hook.
As Pentard doing some of his patented complaining.
How did
I
he know
think
that?
he's saying that they're complaining that the ball was called a strike. I thought he swung.
Now, what happened was, because clearly Bill didn't see it very well, was Crandall caught the ball in the strike zone, and then he went to step behind Everett to throw it down the third, and he just kind of lost his balance going over that way, so he didn't make the throw.
Yeah, but it probably crossed the plate as a strike. Just didn't look. Oh, good pick.
Cash going on the first move, and a pickle,
Take a seat.
and Santos gets thrown out by Jack Brooks. A big out for the Oaks.
Nice move, Rink.
Good move by Nick Rinkover to throw over to first.
Attaboy, Rank.
As you can hear,
Great.
Mike
pickoff
had to
move.
take the headset off and give his boys some words of encouragement.
As a fellow lefty, I absolutely love seeing that. That was huge.
Do you have a good
First and
pickoff
third.
move, Mike?
No, I wish. I need to have one, but I don't.
Need to do a little.
Colin Heineck.
Heineck. I think that's Colin saying black pepper seeds are the best.
He's in the chat
Finally,
It's-
someone says something correct
Well,
in the chat.
you know, it's kind of interesting that he said black pepper. I've never heard that.
now. Yeah, I've never heard of black pepper.
Cracked-
I know
cracked
cracked pepper, but I've never heard
Must
of
be a
black
southern.
pepper.
Must be a southern thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, either that or he is.
Mistaken.
Yeah, he might just not know.
I know it's cracked pepper. You know, they're in a
Black-
black. They're in a black bag.
Black
so
bag. Yeah, but he just doesn't know what he's talking about clearly. So
Maybe he just
as
doesn't know how to
time is
read.
called by the home plate umpire.
that was a
No, I feel like he's somebody who should not be in the chat. Because why would he be? Unless he's
He
the
might be in
bullpen
the
catcher
bullpen.
today.
Might be in
he's,
the
probably,
bullpen.
he's probably in the pen.
He's in the pen.
Are we sure it's him and not one of his parents?
It just says Heineck, so
Yes,
knows?
he
He
did.
did. Oh.
no way. As the Foresters catch a break because the first base umpire is shaded towards second with a runner on, so he doesn't have quite as good of an angle. If he would have been at first, he would have seen that
He went.
batter went.
Yeah.
Another tough break for the Oaks.
Be 1-2.
Ringcover gets the sign, looks the runner back at second. Breaking ball stays up.
It's close.
As the count runs full.
It's a southern thing.
Daddy Heineck.
The OG Heineck.
As that ball stays low,
Good pitch, Rink.
OG Heineck. Chris,
I figured it
love
wasn't.
to see you in the chat, Chris.
The Foresters, sponsored by
Last time when he was down here, I had a good chat with him.
number 44,
Won't reveal the whole story.
Is the
On the
OG
broadcast?
Is the OG Heineck, is that
Colin's dad
Chris? Colin's dad,
Chris.
Chris. You had a nice conversation with him.
had a nice conversation out here last
Oh,
time.
nice.
Last time he was here.
Yeah, Sammy wasn't.
We're big down in Georgia. A lot of Heinecks watching.
Love it.
As that ball hits Otremba, and he a delayed reaction as he tumbles down like a tree being cut in the woods. Wanted to hear somebody yell timber there.
Yeah, that was one of our no stream games when Sammy had the conversation with Mr. Heineck, and I don't think Sammy watched more than one inning of baseball. I think,
No, I
and
was
then
chopping it up.
I
and
think they were
entire
talking the
game.
entire game.
Felt like it. That was a quick game too, though. That was they were throwing a perfect game through 6,
Yeah, that was something.
and Cash hit 3 home runs. Someone's doing some burnouts
I wish I was that cool.
down the street.
Don't you wish you were as cool as that guy?
No. And cool is not a word that I would use to describe someone who. Next time you're over here, Chris, we'll get a little 12er of 805s. Throw some back. As Otremba won't even make his way down first as Josh Stinson comes in to pinch run.
number 1, Shaw.
So the bases are loaded now for the Foresters. Ringcover in a bit of a jam. We'll see if he can work his way out of it.
Now batting for the Foresters, sponsored by Santa Barbara Stone, number 9, Hunter Ensley.
Hunter Ensley makes his way to the plate. Last time he was up, we saw that scary situation of him getting hit in the arm, wrist area.
Yeah, he's got an elbow guard on now.
Good block.
Ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Zach Crandall. Want to know the count? as play resumes. The 1-0 from Rinkover. Swung on a miss. Nice off-speed pitch there. 1-1 the count. 7/16 arrival, the 16th of July. All right, I got you. I got you there, Pops.
So I think that is the day after we go to OC Riptide, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you got the whole schedule memorized, huh?
Yeah, I look at it a lot.
Oh, you know what I found out
Another
today?
swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
We're not going all the way up to NorCal for playoffs if we make playoffs.
Yeah, I know. It's slow, right?
Slow,
Yeah.
which I'm happy about because I don't want to be in the bus for 8+
The
hours.
CCL playoffs will not be taking place in Northern California this year. Heard a little bit of, I don't know if it's public information yet, a little insider info.
We're just built different like that.
2-2 the count. CCL playoffs will be taking place this year at San Luis Obispo.
I hope we're staying there, though.
Yeah, that would be tough if we didn't. All right, Rink, get yourself out of a jam here, kid. Here we go.
The 2-2 from Rinkover.
Nice
Swung
pitch.
on and missed
Great job, Rink.
as Rinkover gets the second out of the inning.
Beautifully executed slider.
And
right
he'll
there.
have a chance to get out of the inning cheap, I would say,
In a
as the
lefty-lefty
bases
situation
as
as
the
well.
bases get loaded.
Yeah.
Only allowing one. Get out here cheap. Get back in the dugout. Get the Oaks back up there. Put some swings on. Try to tie this ball game up. As Jack Holman will be the last remaining obstacle for Rinkover this inning. Ball 1.
Thank you for clarifying that strike 3 pitch, by the way, Mike, because I was literally about to ask you if that was a changeup or not.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Huh?
Which one?
The last batter.
Oh. Oh, I got you. Yeah, that was a
2-0 then the count.
Yeah, that was a pretty slider that he threw. Now he just needs to execute a couple more on this AB, but he seems to be a little bit behind.
SB Wi-Fi sucks. Yes, we apologize for the
Who said that?
stream situation. I know it's choppy. We work with what we got here. We are recording the game right now as Holman swings and misses for strike 1. We are recording the game locally here, and as soon as we get back home, somebody will upload the stream to YouTube, and it should be crystal clear for y'all, and you can watch it with no.
Hopefully it doesn't take
No
till
bumps?
2:30 in the morning this time.
Yeah.
Ooh. Don't know where that one missed. If I knew, I would tell you.
I'd like to see that be called a strike.
3-1 the count to Holman,
All 3 of us had that as strike.
and Rinkover's really got to dig deep here.
Yes, he does.
Want Rink Dog?
The 3-1 from Rinkover. That ball's low, and a run will come in. So 6-3 is now the score in favor of the Foresters. As the inning continues,
All drawn in for Rink.
Solis, Coach Solis, making a signal down to the bullpen, and that'll do it for Nick Rinkover. We'll see who's coming in. Looks like Lucian Wenchberg is coming in for the Oaks. Not the best day for Rinkover, but you know he was battling out there.
Yeah, he got out of a jam after relieving Evan. You know, he did his job in that inning. So, you know, you never know. A couple of those ball calls or strikes, and the inning could.
It's a
could be
different inning.
Outcome,
Yeah. Couple pitches that we thought were strikes. You know, are we a little biased? Maybe. Not.
But it's a fine line.
You know, it is what it is. It's
Yeah.
baseball.
Yeah.
Lucian Wenchberg warming up. Austin will do a little bit of reconnaissance, and he'll let you know what Wenchberg's got, what's he been up to this summer. And we'll be back shortly. We're back in the bottom of the 7th. Wenchberg's first pitch is high for ball 1. Foresters ahead 6-3. As that ball, a broken bat into right field. Gannis is going to come up firing. And ball just a one-hopper to Crandall, and Stinson comes around to score. 2-run score for the Foresters on the RBI single. Tough break again for the Oaks. Broken bat just flares over Jack Brooks' head. Gannis coming in hard. Makes a good throw, but it wasn't a perfect throw, which is what was needed to throw out the speedy Stinson. As Strassner steps into the box. So just a tough couple of innings for the Oaks. Ball's just not going our way today. And it's now a 5-run ball game. Not as fun when these kind of innings come around there, eh, Bada?
No, they are not. Especially when you're out there.
2-0 to Strassner. Tell us a little bit about that. How does it feel being out there and an inning kind of just gets away from you? Does it just... I've heard some pitchers explaining you're just drowning or you're in quicksand. What does it feel like for you out there?
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's. I mean, I'll go back to my rough out, not so rough outing, but it was a little choppy outing in slow. You know, you feel like you're kind of going through it. You feel like you can't really execute any pitches, and the ones that you do are just getting absolutely barreled into the gap. And
as Strassner hits a ball into the gap in left field. Ball gets to the wall. 2 runs will score on the RBI double from Strassner. 2 more runs for the Foresters, and that'll swell the lead to 7.
But yeah, you just try and, I mean, that was kind of an example of what I was just saying, to be honest. But that was, you just try and, like I've been saying, you just stick to your game plan and trust that what you do and what you do best will get you out of the inning, get you out of the jam. But yeah, you definitely feel like you're not doing anything right and nothing's going your way, and that's when you kind of start to feel hopeless. But just kind of keeping your head up and keeping your composure, and then usually things will start to turn around. So, but yeah, it's definitely not fun.
Just one of those innings for the Oaks. Happens to every team. You hate to see it happen here.
Especially
last couple games have been really intense.
Yeah,
last couple games against these guys.
It's been all about the home team too in this rivalry.
Got a shout out from the Durfy family.
From the Durfy family. Chat is great.
Love the Durfy family.
As a ball, Crandall can't make the throw, and
Daudet tries to trick him over there.
Jeff and Krista, we appreciate your comment. I love playing with Brendan. He's a lot of fun to pitch to, so I just wanted to give him a quick shout out.
You might be the only person besides Durf's mom that calls him Brendan right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like since I'm talking to his parents,
ball hit to Brooks. He's making the play easy, makes that play look easy. Smooth hands over there at second, and the painful inning comes to an end. 6 runs come across for the Foresters as the lead swells to 10-3. We'll be right back for the top of the 8th. Oaks down 3-10. welcome you back. Top of the 8th. We'll see a new pitcher and a new hitter in right now. Charles Messino pinch hitting for Noah Karliner. Messino seen a lot of success in some limited action this summer. And new pitcher on the mound for the Foresters is number 26, Alec Grossman. As Messino lines one into center field, Stinson going back. He can't make the play, and that ball hit the wall. As we say, Messino, a lot of success in limited action. And he starts his day off with a leadoff double.
Have we been abandoned?
I don't know where Mike is right now. I think Mike went to go put some stuff away. I think he might be back out here with us. If he's not, we thank Mike for joining us today. It was a lot of fun.
Continue with the pinch hitters.
Another pinch hitter for the Oaks as David Whittle comes up to the plate. He'll be pinch hitting for Brendan Durfee. Whittle, we've seen him come up in some big situation for the Oaks. A couple of bases clearing double. As looks like Mike is going to come back with us. 1-0 the count to Whittle. Scott Radinsky on deck for the Oaks. He entered the game for Glowacki earlier. Still don't know what happened to Tyler. Well, hopefully it's nothing serious. Off day tomorrow. Hopefully he can rest up, get back out there on Tuesday against the Barons.
It doesn't seem like it's anything too serious, as I just came from the bullpen and he was, lightly throwing the football and seemed like he was doing okay.
Breaking ball in there for strike 2.
Thought you might not return to us, Mike, after
he was getting
Chuck
a little
let
scared.
things off with the double. I thought you might just stay in there.
I thought about it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, Austin was a little scared. Almost a little offended that you didn't say bye.
I would never leave on that note.
The 1-2 to Whittle. Fouled off.
The battle there.
We just got asked for a pen right now. We'll get it to these kids right here. Probably want a couple autographs from some players. As Whittle takes the 1-2 pitch inside for ball 2.
Just made me drop the cowboy hat.
What's messed up is that they're probably just gonna go get autographs from the Foresters players, and I don't know if you'll see that pen again, Austin.
That's all right.
Hopefully they were raised right. Come bring it back after they borrow something. But they're also, what, 3 years old?
Yeah,
so
little kids.
who knows? Whittle pops one up into center field. Stinson coming in. He's under it. Squeezes it. A little fake tag over there from Chucky Messino. And Radinsky up. Oh, yeah.
Cranked that baseball.
Yeah, he did.
Now, Mike, you're not a hitter, but how tough is it for a guy to be sitting all game and then he just comes in and just laces a ball, literally the first pitch he sees, up into center field to the wall for a double?
Extremely tough. I mean, going from, Chuck is an amazing baseball player in itself, so he knows what it takes to, stay locked in all 9 innings, even if he's not starting, So there's no surprise there, but it is extremely tough, to be sitting and, be in the top of the 8th inning. And how long we've been here? Close to 3 hours.
Game time's been going on, coming up on 3 hours game time.
Yeah, coming up on 3 hours. It's extremely tough. So for him to be able to come in and do that, and it kind of just tells me that he's been ready since inning 1.
And it's very easy for somebody, if you don't see yourself in the starting lineup and oh, it's an off day, I'm just gonna relax today, not necessarily not care about the game, but not be as locked in
Exactly.
as some of the guys in the ball game. But
Exactly. But
as Radinsky fouls one off,
Charles proved that he stayed locked in and it translated. So good on him.
the Chuckster.
Beautiful hit. And
On deck, we'll see another pinch hitter, Cody Sulak. in the on-deck circle for the Oaks.
Adds to his 385 batting average. Not too shabby.
And Radinsky knew that one. Knew that one was strike 3 as he walks towards his dugout.
Pinch hitting for the Oaks, number 10, Cody Sulak.
Cody Sulak in for his first at-bat of the ball game. First pitch to Sulak, he swings at it. And he lazily flies over to Stinson. That'll retire the side for the Oaks. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Oaks still down 7. 3-10. We'll be right back. We're back. Bottom 8. Wedgeburg out there again for his second inning of work. A couple of defensive changes. Cody Sulak comes in at catcher. Scott Radinsky goes to right. Gannis to first. And Massino in left. First pitch of the inning from Wedgeburg is low. Ball 1. Miguel Santos at the dish for the Foresters. Couple in the 3rd inning hit just a laser over the left field wall. And he lines one into right field. Radinsky's going to have a tough time about it. He tries to backhand it. And it'll get past him. That ball will run all the way to the wall. Santos flying around the bag. And he will stop at 3rd. Crowd moaning and groaning. They wanted to see him stretch that for a possible inside the park home run. But the Foresters, a lot of thieves of joy.
Yeah, I'd say.
Gavin Cash up now for the Foresters. A 32 versus 32 matchup, numbers-wise.
Number 32, Gavin Cash.
I've also seen 2 number 26s come out of the bullpen today, too.
Ball lined up the middle, base hit. Gets between Grant and Brooks. Grant shifted over a little bit, but not enough. As another run scores for the Foresters, it is now 11-3 as Griffin Everett comes up to the plate.
Now batting for the Foresters, sponsored by Big Green Cleaning, number 16.
Now, obviously, these kind of game, if you play enough baseball, you're gonna eat it a couple of times like these games.
Yep.
What's the mindset after a really just a tough day like this, Mike?
Flush it, bounce back.
Burn the tape.
Yeah, exactly. We got a day off tomorrow, so I mean, I'm not saying this game's over. It's starting to get a little away from us, but there's no telling what our Oaks offense can do. When we get fired up. So we'll see what we can get going in the top of the ninth and go from there. But say we don't come back, we'll have a post-game speech and coaches will tell us, flush it and take a day off, chill for a bit. Come back Tuesday, went ready to win, and get after it again. So, and it's summer ball, so you have to flush it. We have so many games that it is what it is, and you just got to bounce back stronger than you were.
Another ball hit hard towards the gap. Radinsky is there. So 3 hits in a row to start off the inning.
Let me ask you this, Mike. In a game like this where it gets ugly, start creeping towards what is, towards the run rule area in Little League. They call it the run rule now because mercy rule sounds mean.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to just let the bleeding go till the game ends, or do you think it's just nice to have the bleeding stop and pack things up early?
As Stinson takes a big hack and misses zone 1.
I think it's good that we play all 9 no matter what, because it's baseball and anything can happen. And I know that's kind of a stretch, with maybe an 8-run deficit. But I, there definitely are times I'm not gonna deny that. There are times.
Just wish the game could end.
Yeah, if you're getting blown out and it's 5th or 6th inning, you're like, oh, okay, I wouldn't mind calling it right now, but it's a game we chose.
It was a game. It was close for a while, real back and forth. Oaks had the lead at one point, but just that 7th inning just really got away from the Oaks, and they put up 6 runs. As Stinson fouls another one off.
There's only one time in my life that I've ever wanted a baseball game to end early. I lost a game when I was in Little League, 22-1 in the pouring rain, and we had to play the whole game.
Wow. In Little League?
Yep.
The whole game, the whole 4 innings?
6 innings.
6 innings.
But if the run rule was in effect, it would have been done after the 3rd.
Stinson hits a slow chopper to the bag, and I think that's just a call that an umpire makes in an 8-run game. I think Stinson got to the bag before Lush did, but the Oaks will take it. That's out number 1. Very classy fans here in Santa Barbara. Still chirping the umpires in an 8-run ball game. Stinson really taking his time. As Stinson talking back to the umpire, he's got to watch it. He could get a hook, and you really don't like to see that. Yeah, the umpire made a bad call, but you're up 8. Just clean it up. Just get back in the dugout.
Yeah.
So
and
what?
That's when this is the time where the Foresters might see their.
They show their true colors.
Yeah, and also this is where our strike zone might open up a little bit because of that fan, maybe saying something that the umpire doesn't like. You might want to give Lush, like a strike call that might not be there,
Ball fouled away up the first base line.
And Mike, you don't know this because you obviously haven't been on the broadcast before, but Sammy knows.
When the Braves beat the Dodgers, hey, what's going on? A game they want to end early. Settle down here.
But I've umpired Little League Baseball for the last 10 years.
Have you really?
Yeah. And it always makes me laugh when a team like this, up 8 runs, is complaining.
Yep.
Ball hit up the middle. I think it got a piece of Wenchberg. Ball was hit still so hard, and it came off so hard that Brooks tried to make a play but couldn't, and another run will score. That'll be the 12th run of the ball game for the Foresters. Holman back in the dish now.
Yeah, and I don't know if there was a chance for a play to be made there once I think Brooksy got to it.
It would have been a really
But-
tough
Would've
play.
been tough, yeah.
But Gannis came off because he thought that it got through the infield, so we'll never know.
Ball 1 to Holman.
My bad.
It's all right.
Not a professional
Big
with
hack.
this thing yet.
Big hack from Holman. 1-1 the count. Another ball lined into right field. Radinsky comes up on it, but a run will score. Nobody will go first to third. 13 runs now for the Foresters. As the sun moves closer and closer into my face.
Yeah, it's getting brutal.
It's getting a little tough. Should have probably put on some sunscreen. Gonna have a little burnage on the arms.
Yeah. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Me and my farmer's tan.
Mm-hmm. Sulak can't find the ball behind him as it squirts away. Both runners advance. Wish I could have yelled at him to where the ball was at, but don't want to blow my ears out. Don't want to blow your guys' ears out. Don't want to blow your guys' ears out at home. The 1-0, high ball 2.
Mike, I'm sure you got a pretty gnarly tan this year at school.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a sunglasses tan line for a minute, and it was getting pretty bad. So I had to fully chalk the sunglasses and start just.
You were getting the raccoon look.
Exactly. So. And of course the farmer's tan and wearing baseball pants all the time. Legs don't get any color and.
Emphatic bat toss on 4-0, and I think as the umpire comes out, I think he may issue a warning, I think, as Scott Radinsky comes out for a mound visit, pitching coach for the Oaks. Don't know what that was about. As the umpire is looking into the dugout, I think he's just asking for baseballs there. Mike has his headset off. He's trying to figure out what's going on as well. Streisner again in at the dish for the Foresters.
Santa Barbara, a German phrase for miserable fans. Ron Burgundy.
I could be wrong, but that sounds correct. A lot to be miserable about here too, 73 degrees, there's no clouds, right next to the beach.
Yep.
It's great.
I mean, they really got it tough out here.
It's a bad call to go with pants today.
Make a lot of bad calls.
That's
a strike.
Come on. Ball looked good to me, but I'm not umpiring.
Someone just
1-1 count.
Someone just screamed or something from the dugout. I don't know what that noise was, but
from our dugout.
Yeah. It wasn't any actual words. It was just a scream.
2-1 the count.
All right, Lucian, come on now.
We're coming up on that time where it's we're past the 3-hour mark. You can kind of hear a pin drop in the field right now.
Yeah.
As the sun is just beating down on everyone right now. I think everyone is just kind of at the point where, you know, the writing's on the wall. Game is just about decided, and everyone's just kind of just waiting to go home. As Stricer fouls one off. 3-2 now the count. But, you know, we're still out here. We're grinding.
Yes, we are.
Powering through. I know Cam up there in the bleachers right now tracking pitches. He's got to be having a lot of fun. He's cooking. I didn't see him with any sunscreen on. We should have buttered him up a little bit with some suntan lotion.
Good.
Strike 3 called. Second out of the inning. Lucian right now just looking to leave him loaded.
Rick Wilson, number 2 center fielder, Rylan Charles.
Rylan Charles up again at the plate for his 6th plate appearance of the ballgame. The backdoor breaking ball in there for a strike.
It'd be nice to see a nice flashy defensive play right now. Maybe get some momentum going.
Yeah, just everyone. This is a summer league, so you can't really. You just gotta, as you were saying, the objective of this summer is to better yourself as a player. So some of these guys in right now for the Oaks, they're not playing the entire game, every game.
Yeah.
So they're not taking a play off. They're not taking an at-bat off. As that ball's upstairs for ball 3. But in a ball game like this, you know, you just gotta do what you can control, still grind out at bats, still make good pitches. Just do what you can do. As the ball's hit hard to second base, Brooks makes the play.
Mike.
Yeah.
Throws over the Gannis. That'll retire the side. We go to the top of the 9th. Oaks down 10, 3 outs away from dropping a ball game to the Foresters. I believe that'll do it for Mike Stanford here in the booth for us. We thank you for joining us today.
Appreciate you.
It was a lot of fun today.
I had a blast.
Yeah, anytime you want to come on.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead?
Any day I'm down,
Yeah.
maybe I'll come make an appearance. I kind of know, I've tested the waters a little
Yeah.
bit.
I don't know if it'll happen at home. Maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
Actually, now that we've never been to Pasadena, I don't know what their field is like. Maybe we can get some of you guys on there. But
we do that this
you know,
week,
quite
don't
a.
we?
Mm-hmm.
What day is
I
that?
think so.
I think next week.
Next week.
I think next
maybe.
Sunday. Maybe.
Yeah, actually, you're right because we
But,
have Compton and
you know,
Slow.
Compton's, you know, a
Yeah,
bit of a walk,
it's
walk for
Tuesday.
you guys to get in the booth with us.
Yeah.
OC's that's not happening.
Yeah.
in
This
OC.
is super convenient right here.
But right here, we're just right outside the dugout.
yeah.
The only good thing we got going for us here in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, exactly.
But for Mike Stanford, again, we thank you for being on.
Appreciate you having me.
You were great. We'll see you, Mike. We'll see
Thank
you on the
guys.
bus.
Maybe we'll see you later.
Mm-hmm.
See you on the bus.
I think that might be mine. Yeah, I don't remember seeing you on here. All right, baby. Good shit.
Thanks, guys. I'll come for a picture after the game.
Leading off the top of the ninth for the Oaks, number 33, Jack Brooks.
Jack Brooks in for the Oaks. The last at-bats here for the Oaks today. Tough day.
Good take there from Brooksy.
Ball away. As I mentioned, you know, it is a 10-run ball game, but you got to still grind out your at-bats here. It'd be nice to get a hit as Brooks takes the ball too low.
Yeah, a lot of guys still trying to get
Their first hits of the day.
Yeah. Only guys with hits so far today are Carrillo and Messina. Thank you.
Ball 3 to Brooks as the little girl who borrowed your pen brought it back, Austin.
Appreciate that.
Like to see that. 3-0 to Brooks, looking to get on for his second time of the ball game. Ball's in there for strike one. 3-1 the count. Brooks pops it up on the left side of the infield. Looks like it's the third baseman's ball. Tailed away from him for a little bit, but he makes the play. Out number one. As Tyler Gannis steps up to the plate. And something that we haven't seen all summer long, Gannis hitless today. He's 0 for 4. Very surprising to see. As the first pitch to Gannis is in there for strike one. Breaking ball in there. Just a tough day all around for the Oaks. Breaking ball stays high. Count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, and Tyler's going to be the biggest critic of himself from today's performances. He's obviously not going to be happy. So I think this is actually his first non-multi-hit game of this summer.
No, he had the perfect game that was through 6.
Correct.
He only had one hit that game as well.
He
Broke
got on
up the
twice
perfect
that
game.
game though, right?
He walked in the 9th.
Yeah.
Outside. Oh, in there. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. Thank you, Mr. Heineck, for wishing us a safe ride home. As Gannis goes down swinging, he ends a frustrating day for him. He's 0 for 5. Thank you for wishing us a nice ride home. Hopefully there's not too much traffic for us on the ride home, and we want to wish everyone here listening, everyone here around the country, a happy 4th of July. Very important day for our nation. Have a little pride. Watch some fireworks tomorrow. Hopefully catch a Dodgers win. Enjoy an off day from the Oaks. Maybe drink a couple cold ones. Who knows? Austin Carrillo now in at the dish. He takes a first pitch strike.
Got any specific plans for tomorrow, Sammy?
There's always a block party. There's always a block party. A lot of block parties in Fillmore. Fillmore gets rowdy on 4th of July. One of the only cities in Southern California that allows the legal fireworks for the public to light off. So it brings in a lot of people, a lot of foot traffic in Fillmore. There's a car show, chili cook-off tomorrow as Austin Carrillo lines another base hit down the line. That'll be the second double of the day for him. So a big bright spot for the Oaks today is Austin Carrillo has a 4 for 5 day at the plate. And Gavin Grant will come up 0 for 3 today with a walk and a run scored.
Yeah, we have the Gregory household. We have a perfect line set of where they launch off the fireworks in Thousand Oaks from our street. So
Nice.
we all block off the street and sit and watch.
Are they doing the fireworks display in Thousand Oaks tomorrow?
Yep.
Or tonight? Because in Fillmore, I think they're doing them tonight.
Doing it tomorrow. There's also one, they do a big 3rd of July fireworks show out in Moore Park every year.
First pitch to Grant. Breaking ball stays high. Ball 1. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Strike 1, I'm sorry. It's a long day.
Yeah. 3 hours and 20 minutes on this game now.
Game didn't start right at 3 o'clock.
3 hours and 15 minutes on that, think about it.
Ball just outside. 2-1. The count to Gavin Grant. Zach Daudet on deck. The pitch to Grant. Inside. Ball 3. Looked like a breaking ball. Started out at his hip and broke in, but not enough as Grant kind of kicked himself for not staying in there. The 3-1. Popped up into left field. Foresters get under it. And that'll do it. 3rd out of the inning. 27th out of the ball game. As the Oaks drop a tough one here in Santa Barbara. 13-3, the final score. If you were paying attention to the ticker at the bottom of the screen, Oaks' next game will be the 5th in Compton against the Academy Barons. For all of us here with the Oaks, Sammy Holladay, Austin Gregory, Josh Mechanic not here with us. Josh, we love you. Mike Stanford again, we'd like to thank you for coming on. Everyone listening, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Do all that stuff. Follow the Oaks on social media. Have a safe and happy 4th of July from all of us here at the Oaks. We'll catch you next time. Take care.